look who came expecting heavy spoilers today. Wow, look who came just in time to hear me rant. Oh, today's gonna be a doozy. Oh boy. Oh, I have a lot of ground to cover, don't I? I have a lot of ground to cover today, don't I? I better get started. Oh god. Well, look who woke up on Jojo's Bizarre Adventures Eve. I hope you left milk and cookies out for Johnny Joestar today. Good morning, love bites. Good morning. You've woken up on a very special day. Today of all days is Steel Ball Run. Good morning.
When the balls are steel and run.
This is true. I hear that both of those things happen in the newest episode. Oh god, this is certainly gonna be a stream of all time. Thank you, David Finkel, for the super. Oh boy, this is definitely gonna be a stream that has happened. I don't even know where to begin. So, I'm sure you know, I'm sure you're well aware. It's a very special day today, love bites. Today is a day of release. Nice hat, thank you. This hat is actually part of my hair. She's not supposed to know about it. Oh god! Good morning, love bites. Good morning, right now, good morning, immediately, good morning. It's time for release. I hope you're ready for another batch release schedule. Wasn't that so fun the last time?
Jotaro, where's my dodent?
You thought it was your beautiful Oshi wife, but it was me! Jotaro? Yeah, I'm sure that's how it goes. Thank you, Ceru Foxhound, for the super off. Fuck yeah, today's gonna be full of a lot of Jojo jokes that haven't been funny since 2019, but I don't care, I'm still gonna say them.
Who is Jojo and why does he have steel balls?
You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out very soon. The funniest part is it's called Steel Ball Run, and the one with the steel balls isn't actually the Jojo. I think that's very hilarious. He's not even the one with the balls this time. That's the other one. That's the Italian one. Thank you, Evil, for the super. Well, you're gonna find out today. I'm gonna tell you. They're releasing weekly. When did they say that? When did they say it was weekly release? I woke up. I went on the internet. I looked at Netflix. I thought, oh yeah. One episode, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, beautiful occasion. And then I thought, hey, where's the release schedule for the rest of it? I'm gonna take your word. I'm hoping that it's weekly releases. I don't feel very hopeful. I don't know if all of you were here. I don't know if you were all here for the, fucking fascinating experience that was the Stone Ocean release schedule. I'm gonna talk about it. I have a slideshow, by the way. I made a slideshow today, because I'm very excited. If you weren't here for the Stone Ocean release debacle, let me quickly spell it out for you. Stone Ocean, first released September, about 2021. The next part was added to Netflix in September 2022. It released in Japan normally on a weekly release schedule for that entire time, but if you're in the West, good luck. And then they proceeded to release the rest of it in December 2022. So that was great. That was awesome. I really love how they did that. That was just my favorite thing in the world. Can't wait to have it happen again. I really hope it doesn't happen again. I don't think I can handle another release schedule. Not only for part 6, but for part 7. I don't think I'm gonna survive. What's the slideshow gonna cover? It's gonna cover everything. I missed a lot, too. I was adding slides up until I went live. There's so much ground I still haven't covered, so please expect a lot of tangents and offshoots today. I'll do my best to cover everything. Also, I have no hope of containing spoilers, so if you wish for a spoiler-free JoJo experience, abandon all hope, all ye who enter. This is gonna be very heavy spoilers. Stone Ocean! I just finished my Stone Ocean rewatch a few days ago. I try not to think about what happened with it, because if I think too hard about the travesty that was Stone Ocean, I'll get really upset. I'll get really mad. We're gonna release one episode per year, 50 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna be finished in about 5 decades or so. Yeah, that's what I heard. The next episode's coming out next year. Good luck. Good luck. The hat and glasses are adorable. This is what I look like every day, silly. Man, I can't wait till 2027 for the next episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's my favorite. That's my favorite! I just can't wait. 1 per year? God, I hope not. I don't think I can survive that. I can't. What do you mean, Sinthya? There was no part 6. They went from Jorno's gay adventure to Steel Ball Run. I don't think that's what the part is called. You know, weirdly enough, I don't remember that title. Please just do weekly releases. It's what everybody else does. Netflix doesn't have to be special and do a different release schedule. Please. Netflix doesn't have to be special. You don't have to be special and different from everybody else. You don't have to do a weird batch release when no one else does that. Just release it weekly. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. Apparently it is. So yes, today I will be covering a bit of Steel Ball Run. I'm going to give you a disclaimer right now. This slideshow only covers up to part 7 because I have not finished Jojo Leon yet. I don't know if anyone has finished Jojo Leon. I'm sure the fucking 5 Jojo Leon fans are gonna be really mad about that. Sorry, Jojo Leon fans. My condolences, but no. The slideshow is only gonna cover up to part 7, not Jojo Leon and not Jojo Lands, because Jojo Lands is not finished yet. I'm also not caught up with Jojo Lands, so, you know. Big shrug. I don't know if anyone's finished Jojo Leon. Maybe one of these days. It's on my to-do list. You know, you finished Jojo Leon? I found the one person to finish it. Let's go. Yay! There's still Jojo Leon readers? I know, that's what I'm saying. Oh god, it was definitely a part. Definitely a part that happened in the Jojo history. Very cool. You haven't finished Jojo Leon? I've been trying. I saw a theory for part 7. They're gonna be releasing per section of race. No, don't do that.
Remember, Funny Valentine, like Griffith, did nothing wrong.
Can I tell you something? When I was younger, and this was like 2019, my big JoJo phase, Funny Valentine was one of my favorite villains, and my friends told me I was a bad person. Because Funny Valentine was one of my favorite villains, and they said, Sinthya, you're a bad person. So that's great. Thank you, Mega Kylik, for the tip. Funny Valentine did a lot of things wrong, but oh god, is he a great villain. And yet, little teenage Sinthya was told, you're a fundamentally bad, morally wrong person if you find Funny Valentine good. If you like Funny Valentine as a character, you're basically evil. So that was pretty funny. So that was great. I'm really glad that now I can enjoy JoJo as an adult. Cause holy shit, that was something. Great, awesome. I think Funny Valentine is one of the best villains. He's really cool. Very interesting. Not very threatening. However, great villain, very interesting, good read. And yet, can you imagine? Imagine you're just trying to fucking read a manga and you got bitches in your ear saying, hey, if you like this character, you're a bad person. You must condone the things he does in the manga. You must condone the things Funny Valentine does. You must agree with them even. So that was fascinating. My villain's origin story is liking Funny Valentine and saying, Funny Valentine's a great villain. Must mean there's something wrong with me. Oh god. So that was, something. So yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You ever read it, Love Bites? You're about to today. You're gonna learn. Oh, you'll learn today.
As a Kira lover, I can relate.
Kira is also one of my favorite villains. Fuck, most of the JoJo villains are really, really good. I don't think that's even controversial to say. They're just really solid. Some fall flat. Some villains are definitely better than others. I'm looking at you, part 6. Anyway, sorry, what was that? Thank you, Kira, for the super. Exactly. Kira is a great villain. I mean, you know, not all villains are created equal, of course. Some are worse than others. Some fall a little bit flat. Here's the most relatable villain in JoJo. Do you want to elaborate on what you mean by that? What do you mean? Huh? Sorry? Come again? What do you mean by that? Come here with me. I have this awesome police station to take you to. Yeah, you don't have to agree with villains to like them, and I can't believe that's even a thing you have to say. Crazy. No, I don't hate Poochie. Poochie's just the only good villain in the entire part. See, the supplemental villains, the villain of the weeks in JoJo matter a lot too. And part 6 have none that are good. None. Poochie's the only good villain in part 6. The rest suck ass. So that's why I don't like the part 6 villains, because 99.9% of them suck, and then there's Poochie, who's okay. The fucking villain of the week stories are important to JoJo, and if they suck, that's not good. That sets the tone for the rest of the series. I'm gonna get on my high horse about part 6 this stream. I'm sorry. Dude, the fucking fail Sons of Dio. I was so disappointed. Oh my god. You guys remember when they teased that Giorno was in Florida during the events of part 6 and just decided, you know what would be really funny? If we never showed Giorno even once and instead focus on the rest of Dio's sons that suck. Kira says his win handed to him and he still fumbles. He's just like me. I remember that. I think Kira's a great villain. He was definitely up there in my favorites. When Sports Max and Limp Bizkit is one of the best villains in part 6. No, it's because you're right. It's because you're entirely correct. Because Sports Max is one of the most memorable best villains in part 6, which is, holy fuck, the bar is low. The bar is in hell. Oh god, the bar is in hell. What do you mean Sports Max is the best villain in part 6 aside from Pucci? Disappointing. What do you mean there's literal Sons of Dio and they're not even memorable? I don't even remember half their names. That is disappointment. Very sad.
He was too busy in Disney World.
Sure, I'll add that to my list of beliefs. Okay, yeah, sure. Giorno was hanging out in Disneyland the whole time. That's why he couldn't help. You know what? I'll add that to my list of beliefs for my sanity, or else I'll go insane. Thank you, David Finkel, for this super. Exactly. He was hanging out in Disney World. No time to defeat Pucci. I mean, I guess you could argue that would have made it too easy, because at that point he has Golden Experience Requiem. But you know, I mean, there had to have been an alternative. There had to have been. The Underworld fight was good. It was okay. It was definitely the most memorable of the Dio Sons fights, which is not saying very much. It's not saying very much. I don't know. Oh god. As a non-JoJo fan, why is the band Limp Bizkit a villain? Oh god.
Joker from Persona stopped him from going.
Sure, you know what? You could say anything why Giorno wasn't there, and it may as well have been canon, because there never was a canon explanation given. Why can't Giorno help? I don't know. He's off doing something else. Thank you, Zero Nakari, for this super. Yeah, sure, I'll add that to my list of beliefs. So, do I get to explain the JoJo naming convention? Do I get to explain it now? For those of you who are unaware and are wondering why there's so many, I get to explain this, yay! So JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is an interesting manga series where, imagine if my name instead of Sinthya Sanguine was like Pearl Jam. Okay, now imagine that's every character and every stand. Awesome! Yay! Imagine every character in stand. Pretty much everyone is named after bands and song names. It's a very good series. It's a really good series, and I do get to talk about it. And the localizations. Oh god, don't get me started on the localizations. Oh boy, copyright laws are fun, huh? Oh god, do I get to talk about Flaccid Pancake, my favorite localization of all time? Yeah, except for part 3, because there weren't really any song or musician names in part 3 to start. Oh, Flaccid Pancake. Oh, Flaccid Pancake. I can't believe we didn't get that in the anime. It pissed me off.
I want to imagine everyone in Japan was popping off watching Kenshiro and Rao beat the hell out of each other during Bohemian Rhapsody.
No, literally! I think in the anime manga that was kind of hinted at. Yeah, Japan's having a great time watching all their favorite characters come to life with Bohemian Rhapsody. In America, it's just utter chaos. Everyone's dying. Very realistic. Thank you, Chamebreaker Hailfield, for the super. I like Bohemian Rhapsody as a stand. I don't find Angalo very captivating as a character at all. I can't believe the Sons of Dio were so disappointing. It makes me very, very sad. I don't know. But Bohemian Rhapsody is a really cool stand, I'm not gonna lie. I love Fist of the North Star! Rah! Yeah, imagine that was really fun. Can you imagine it? Do you think VTubers would count with Bohemian Rhapsody of fictional characters coming to life? Do you think that would count? I don't know, I'm a real person, but I guess you could argue this. I guess you could argue maybe it would count. Bunch of VTubers running around in real life, that sounds like a nightmare. This sounds like a nightmare. I don't want that. Can you imagine Sinthya Sanguine coming out of your screen? I don't want to think about it. I think since it's like a character quote-unquote design, it would count. I'd count it, sure. Close enough. Yes, please, I wish. I don't have enough gallons for that, oi. Oi. Control yourself. Oi. I gotta fight Sinthya to put her back in the screen. Back, woman, back! I'm beating you away with the stick. Back, back! Fun times, huh? Imagine a giant Hatsune Miku. I'm sure you'd love to imagine that. I'm sure you would. Thank you to Finkel for the tip. Filthy Axe at a Reasonable Price is my favorite localization. Do you think they're gonna go with that for the anime, for a D4C? I think they are. I'm so pissed off that they didn't follow through with Flaccid Pancake. I don't remember where the Flaccid Pancake localization is from. I want to say one of the many Jojo fighting games out there was Flaccid Pancake. And then in the anime, they pussy out and call it Limp Viscit instead of Limp Biscuit. That doesn't, what the fuck is a Viscit? That doesn't even make sense. They should have gone with Flaccid Pancake. It actually pisses me off that they didn't have the cojones to go through with it. Come on! It would have been so funny and the best part of the Part 6 anime by a long shot. Our All-Star Battle, that's probably what it's from, yeah. I don't know why they would be a coward about that. It would have been the most memorable part of a very forgettable anime. Is it a Zipperman situation? Zipperman was funny too. I have no idea how they got that. I have no idea. Yeah, you think they're just gonna do just straight up like D4C as a localization? That would be so upsetting. I hope they go through with Filthy Axe, that'd be funny.
I got to ask, thoughts on Jolene? Cause at the end she jumped up to be my third favorite Jojo. Jonathan is first, Joseph is second.
I think Jolene is a great Jojo. She's really, really, really nerfed by the part she's in. If Jolene was in a better part, I think she'd be a lot of people's favorite. I have no problems with Jolene. I think she's really cool. I wish part 6 was better. She and Poochie were like the highlights of the entire part. Because if Jolene sucked anymore, I don't know if the part would be readable, but luckily she does pull through a lot. Thank you, Andrew Penley, for this soup. I really like Jolene. I really just wish she was in a better part. She didn't deserve to be in part 6. It saddens me so much. Yeah, Jolene is a good JoJo with bad villains and an awful supporting cast. Thank you! The supporting cast is one of the worst parts of part 6. I can't get on my high horse. But I will. Disappointing villains and a worse supporting cast. There's only 2 characters worth caring about in part 6, which is very sad. Nasty work for low coin. I really hate. Yeah, I hope they don't pussy out like they did with just Made in Heaven. Is it a funny localization? Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense. They could have done something more interesting with Made in Heaven's localization. I get it, Made in Heaven, but come on. They could have done a little bit better. Just a little bit, just a little bit. I don't know, Weather Report is amazing. I feel like Weather Report was underutilized. I don't know. Okay, listen, my main issue with the supporting cast of part 6 is they're all the same character. You know how in other parts the supporting cast is very, how do I put it? There's a lot more range, you know? Like you look at the cast of part 4, you got like Okuyasu, Yukako, Koichi, even Rohan, they're very specific characters, you know? They're very memorable. They're their own character, you know, in a bubble. And then you have part 6 where it's just everybody, they're way too similar. Yeah, distinction. Fucking Anasui and Weather Report are basically the same character. Same with Foo Fighters and Hermes, which is a shame because I can see how they could easily have more characterization, but they're just kind of the exact same archetypes. You don't like Emporio? I don't dislike Emporio. I think Emporio could have been more distinct is all. Oh god, yeah, Hermes is just Foo Fighters but angrier, and Weather Report is just Anasui but more stoic. It's the same characters. They're too similar, and I really, really, really wish they had more distinction. I don't hate the ideas of the character, I just wish they were done better. Does that make sense? Who likes Emporio? There's nothing wrong with Emporio. Oi, hey now. Emporio's a fine character, I really just wish they had more, I guess, screen time or any kind of development. I don't know. I don't hate the characters, I just really wish that more was done with them and they were more distinct like previous supporting casts. Yeah, Foo Fighters is great, I just really wish there was more going on there, you know what I mean? I don't hate him at all. Foo Fighters barely got a chance to be established as her own character. Every supporting character was a carbon copy who was also possessed by their real self. Yeah, I really just wish the part 6 supporting cast had more distinction. That's all. Don't hate them. It's just one more tick on the boxes of why part 6 needs a little help. Emporio's just Timu Koichi. You're right, you're entirely right. It is just Koichi, but silly. Koichi, but he's a real little boy, and he lives in the walls. It's great concepts, but I don't think the follow-through is strong enough. Got it, I totally understand. So what Sinthya is saying is she hates everyone in part 6 and wishes Araki never made it. Yeah, it's 100% what I said. Completely true. 100% real and true. I just wish part 6 was better. I don't know. Yeah, what could have been? What could have been? Yeah, Rocky is the GOAT, but yeah, mistakes can be made, of course. I will not sit here and lie and say Jojo is a completely perfect piece of media. I do actually cover that in the slideshow, but it is pretty damn good, you know? Is it perfect? No, but god damn it, is it really good? I can also have small qualms with it in an otherwise very enjoyable series. Speaking of... Oh god. Speaking of, I should probably get started on the slideshow because I actually have a lot to cover in it. I have so much to cover. I don't even know where to start. Maybe with the slideshow that I've made. So, I have a slideshow for you today. I made it with my own 2 hands, so you have to like it. And it covers a lot. This would be a pretty comprehensive introduction to JoJo. It's by no means, you know, fully comprehensive. It's not like a play-by-play, but this should... How many slides is it? I don't remember anymore. I've been adding new slides all morning. I gotta teach you something about it. Yay! Oh god. You're gonna learn a lot today, that's for sure. You're gonna learn a lot today. That's definitely true. Yeah, you better, like, I put a lot of heart and soul into it. I'm already almost out of water somehow. This would be a very yap-heavy stream. And to say the horror of Poochie with Made in Heaven being underutilized, the universe being... Okay, yeah, also spoilers. Once again, this would be a spoiler-heavy stream. I'm so sorry, but I really can't avoid it. Yeah, with the universe being reset, cosmic horror, but it's tame. Yeah, I feel like the whole horror of a universe reset was not properly given the weight it deserved. I don't know. I love JoJo Bizarre Adventure. There are some things I'm more than happy to whine and whinge about. Yeah, peak incoming. I also have not watched, I'll say now, I just woke up. I have not watched the first episode of Steel Ball Run. Yes, I've completed the manga. I just haven't seen the actual aired anime yet. Give me time though. As soon as stream ends, I'm racing away to go see it. Am I still a little sick? Yeah, but you know what? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Love Bites take priority. Even if I'm a little sick, I'm gonna make this stream, damn it. I'm gonna make this stream. It's peak. I've heard pretty good things about it. Good. I hope so. It's really good. It's peak. I trust you. I trust you. I've heard really good things about the first episode of part 7 so far, which is good. I would be horrified if somehow it was fumbled, but it looks really good. I mean, I don't even need spoilers. I've finished part 7. I've read it, but I'm excited to see what they do with it. I don't think I've seen colorways for 2 of my favorite characters in it yet, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see. God, I hope Hot Pants is still pink. I'd be sad if she wasn't, but, you know, I will accept it no matter what. She loves the love bites. Shocking, right? God. Oh, God. All right. I think I'm actually going to run for water before I get started on this insane slideshow. There's going to be a lot of tangents also. Why would she not be pink? Well, you know, I thought the same thing with Anasui for the part 6 adaptation, but, you know. I think we should have got blue Anasui. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I wish Anasui was blue. I think the issue comes from people who aren't super familiar with JoJo going, wait, is that Diavolo? Why is Diavolo in part 6? Do you know how many times I've heard that? Do you know how many times people think, for some reason, Diavolo's in part 6 because Anasui is pink? Sigh.
Dio as the new VAllure of Tuber, dick you down.
True and real. I think Dio is just me if I was actually a guy. Thank you, AJ, for the tip. This is actually real and true. You'll see it in Gen 3, 100% real and true. Source, I made it up. Where are you getting the idea Anasui is blue? From the fighting games! From the games, Anasui had a blue colorway in one of the games, okay? God. I swear! Even if Sinthya was Dio, still would. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Hey, what do you mean by that? I also believe Anasui was supposed to be a girl at first. Oh yeah, you know about that? He's pink in the manga. That's a fan coloration. Whatever. I still think Anasui should have been blue. Humble opinion. You guys know about Anasui being a girl too? You know about that lore? I covered that in the slideshow too, actually. It's fucking all over the place. Did you know that Anasui originally was supposed to be a girl and then it was changed for some reason? I have theories. I have my 2 theories about why Anasui was changed. This is popular theories. I'm not just making this up. Number 1, either they're just like too many women. There's too many on the main cast. Put a boy in there immediately. Or it's like they wouldn't want, I don't know. like a girl to be obsessed with Jolene, because I think they were kind of setting up Weather Report almost to be a love interest for Jolene. I don't know.
A little off topic, but I love getting recommended the old VODs. Reminds me just how far you've come. Saw
I
the
can't believe it's
original
been
date
so
from
long.
7 months ago on my TL.
Where does the time go? My god, 7 months ago. I can't believe I've been here this long. Here's to 7 trillion more months. I'm not going anywhere. Thank you for Raphael for the super rub. And now I'm here to yacht to you about my favorite anime. I guess time flies when you're having fun. Rub. I can't believe how long it's been. My god. Ah, that's crazy. Yeah, time flies when you're having not a little, but a whole lot of fun. Yay! Woohoo! I can't believe it's been so long. My goodness. It's almost like I like spending time with you or whatever. Congrats, Lord Pillow, and 4 months of membership. My god, the time really does fly. Where does the time go, Love Bites? Congrats, rub. Never forget, you're here forever. Don't forget. You're stuck with me forever. I'm not going anywhere. You're trapped with me. You're not leaving anytime soon. You were forced to listen to me out for the rest of your days. Diver Down carried the last fight. Diver Down is an excellent stand, I will say. The stands in Part 6 aren't that bad. It's just a lot. I don't know. The stands in Part 6, I don't think they're that bad. Diver Down is an excellent stand. I even like Weather Report the stand. There's just so much. I won't sit here and whine about Part 6 forever, but oh god. I have things to say about it. Whatever, I have a slideshow to get to, because there's just one stand in Part 6 that blows chunks. What, Dragon's Dream? Or the entire prison? Fucking, what is it, Maximum Security arc? That entire arc pissed me off. Oh, and the snails. Fucking Weather Report's, like, True Awaken stand with the snails. I did not like it. Heavy Weather is kinda goofy. Heavy Weather is the worst stand. Jailhouse Lock isn't a horrible stand. I just found it was another kind of a bummer stand in a bummer part. Yeah, Part 6 is good except for that one stand. You know which one I'm talking about. That one stand nobody likes in Part 6. You know the one I'm talking about. Survivor isn't even horrible. It's just, once again, bummer stand in a bummer part. The Maximum Security arc pissed me off. I did not like the snails either. The entire part of Heavy Weather and the snails was just to slow down the rest of the cast, which I find is a very boring and contrived plot, what do you call it? Plot point. I don't like it. Not a fan. Don't make me think about Dragon's Dream. Fuck, don't make me remember. I fucking hate Dragon's Dream. It's one of my least favorite stands. I hated it. I hated that fight. That fight was way too long. I think that's a problem too. The boring stand fights in Part 6 are too long. No, I need another 7 episodes for Dragon's Dream. Please understand. It's very important to the plot. It's okay though. I have more to whine about. What does Dragon's Dream do? That's a great question. I don't know. Does anyone know what Dragon's Dream does? Dragon's Dream was underutilized. Do you have anything good to say about Part 6? It was about hopes and dreams. That's what Part 6 was about. Part 6 was about hope. It was about dreams. Jolene is excellent. Poochie is excellent. I did enjoy seeing the cast interactions. Emporio stand is very cool. I like the idea of Weather Report and Inasui and Foo Fighters. The idea of a sentient stand made of plankton is fascinating. I really like the Marilyn Manson stand, the debt collector. I thought that was fascinating. The idea of Poochie is a great villain. I like the idea of a villain who isn't really nefarious at all and thinks he's 100% right in what he does and thinks he's completely righteous. I think that is fascinating. I even like the ending. The ending makes me cry every single time. So yes, there's a lot to enjoy about Part 6. I just also have a lot of complaints. There is plenty to enjoy about Part 6. It's just not my favorite part is all. But god damn, there's a lot of good ideas in it. And god damn, do I love Jolene. Amen! Excellent Jojo. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get some water and then I'm gonna... Good ideas, bad execution. Yes! Marilyn Manson is even the fucking debt collector, one of my favorite stands. And Gwess! I love Gwess! She's one of my favorite minor characters in JoJo. I love Gwess. She's funny. She's weird. She's awesome. I like her a lot. I wish Gwess would have been one of the allies, honestly. I wish Gwess was main cast. I like her. She's cool. I like Gwess. And people forget about her. Which is a shame, because she's one of my favorite, more forgotten about characters. Okay, I'm gonna get water for real this time, and then I'm gonna go teach you about JoJo for real. Slideshow edition. Okay. I'm gonna be right back. Give me one moment when I return. It's time to actually teach you about this part. There's gonna be a lot of tangents. I'm warning you now. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna return post-haste with more water. I'm already out. I've been yapping a lot, but I'll be right back. Give me one moment. Are you ready to learn more than you'd ever expected about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? You better be. Because, oh, do I have a lot to teach you. Hello, I did not fall in. Thank you for waiting for me. I did not actually fall into the toilet. Despite what many may erroneously claim. No toilets were fell into. Alright, you ready to learn about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for real this time? Not clickbait? You better be, because I've prepared an entire slideshow to teach you all about it. No time like the present to learn, huh? I hope you're ready for spoilers, because, oh god, there's gonna be a lot of them. So Love Bites, put your little paws together, because it's time for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure! Wow! A slideshow by me. So, welcome to my slideshow. I've made it with my own 2 hands over the course of several days. I hope you enjoy it. I've put a lot of hard work, love, blood, sweat, and also tears into it. So I hope you like it. So, you might be wondering, what is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? And why does everybody love it? And why does everyone keep talking about it? And what the hell is going on? These are all very fair questions. Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about this awesome, excellent series. So, what the hell is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I hope you're ready for the absolute best slideshow you've ever seen. So, first off, let's start to address the elephant in the room. Part 7. I do not know the current release schedule of Part 7, but let me tell you the very interesting event that was the Stone Ocean release schedule. See? God. So, the previous JoJo part adaptation, Stone Ocean, released in the most fascinating release schedule I've ever seen an anime have in my life. What if you wanted to watch an anime, but Netflix said, no, I'm gonna release episodes 1 to 12 in 2021, December even. Episodes 13 to 24 in 2022! And the final episode's like 4 months later in December. Good luck and may God be with you. This can't happen again. This can't happen again. Please understand. I'm gonna be on the news if this happens again. I don't know for sure if it's batch release, but please don't do this to me. I don't think I can handle it if it is batch release. I don't know one way or the other, but God, I hope not. Potential batch release, man. 0 episodes in the West. 0 hype for Stone Ocean. 7 more Dragon Dream episodes. Because that's what you want to see, right? Isn't that what you've been hungry for? Guys, don't you remember how fun the Dragon's Dream arc was? Wasn't that so much fun? Wasn't that so fun? That was great. No more Dragon's Dream. I get like fucking PTSD attacks every time I think of Dragon's Dream. It makes me so angry. So I'm praying that Part 7 doesn't go through with batch releases. I don't think I can take it one more time in my life. Once was enough. 1 batch release was enough. Any more and I shall be on the news for terrible reasons. Because it just makes me so upset. In Dragon's Name, yeah, Dragon's Dream, great name for a god-awful stand. Don't ask me what Dragon's Dream does. I don't know, and I don't think I want to ever find out in my life. In fact, it's better if I don't know. Ignorance is bliss. The less I think about Dragon's Dream, the happier. Whoa, 900 more Dragon's Dream episodes. What was a really fucking, slowly crawling by arc in part 7? Just imagine that, but for like 10 episodes. Awesome. Very cool. And don't say, what the fuck was it called? Sugar Mountain? Sugar Plum Mountain? I didn't love that arc. The fucking, what was it? The end of that arc was excellent. Going through it was a tiny little slog. However, the end of it, oh, that one scene, you know the scene. That was a good scene. Okay, anyway. Batch release. Just know that 1,000 more years of batch release, yeah. The Jojo fucking... Oh god, anyway, so, spoilers, please expect a lot of them. Please. I can't save you. I thought going in there wouldn't be many spoilers. That is not true. Just please know, I can't save you from spoilers. I'm gonna try my best not to spoil enormous plot twists or major character deaths, but to be honest, I may not stick to that. I'm sorry. Just expect a lot of spoilers. If you want a fully spoiler-free experience, now is your chance to mute, because I can't really help you. To be fair, Jojo has been going since the 80s, so you've had your chance. You've had your chance to get into Jojo. Now is not the time. You're late! You're late! What do you mean you missed the 2019 JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 adaptation hype? You fool! You should have watched it in 2019! Spoiler death comes for us all! JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is almost 40 years old. You had your chance. You've had many chances. Also, once again, this slideshow only covers up to part 7. I've not finished Jojo Leon. Sorry. Too busy reading Jojo Lands, my bad. So, there's gonna be a lot of tangents and rants because there's a lot to cover, and of course this slideshow is not 100 slides long, so I'm probably gonna go off on random tangents about various parts, characters, plot points, all sorts of things. So just expect lots and lots and lots and lots of tangents. What is that meme? You don't, fuck, which one? The Koichi pose takes me out every single time I rewatch part 4. I know it's coming in the intro every time and it still makes me chuckle. I don't know, I'm really curious to see how they're gonna adapt pizza mozzarella. I'm genuinely looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah, the Koichi pose kills me every single time. Pizza mozzarella, So yeah, this is gonna be, I'll do my best to go in order of JoJo parts, but again, no promises. I'll do my best. That's all I can promise you. So, you may have seen this teaser image floating around, or perhaps your friends and loved ones have been talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure a lot. And you might be thinking, what is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? What is Steel Ball Run? Why are the balls steel and why are they running? What's going on? What's with all these memes I'm seeing? Who are these weird buff men I see all over the internet? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you all about it. Oh boys, there are a lot of ground to cover. That is good eye. That's Baby Doppio, not Diavolo. I know, Baby Doppio. I know this because I am true Doppio fan. So here's Steel Ball Run. This is the one with the horses. You'll be able to tell the JoJo parts apart soon enough. I'll teach you. Yeah, so JoJo, most you need to know is it's an adventure. It gets pretty bizarre, you know, weirdly enough. I hear it gets kind of bizarre in that adventure. So it's time to begin. So, starting with the extreme basics, what the hell is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Well, this is just copy-pasted from the wiki, so you know. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it's a manga series written and illustrated by Hirohiko Araki. It was serialized in shonen manga magazine Shonen Jump, you know, the famous one from 1987 to 2004. It was transferred in 2005, so this has been going for an extremely long time. JoJo, yeah, this has been going for longer than a lot of us have been alive. So there are 9 current story parts in JoJo. That's a lot. Each follow a new protagonist with the JoJo nickname. So there's currently 9, and so there's 9 main characters to get to know. Yes, they all matter. No, you can't ignore any of them. No, you can't part skip. You have to watch and read them all in order, or else I'm gonna fucking get my hands on you. So it's one of the largest manga series by number of volumes, by the way. That's a lot. That's a lot of volumes. That's a lot of ground to cover, right? 40 years of content. It's similar to One Piece in that regard, but I have not finished One Piece, and that's the difference. So, it's time to start learning a whole bunch. Can I skip part 1? I'll fucking kill you. No, you can't. Don't ever ask me that again. No, you cannot skip parts 1 and 2. No, you cannot skip for the part until stands show up. You'll get it. You'll get through it, and it's fast anyway. It's not even a slog to get through. They're not even that long. Part 1 and 2 is like one season. They're conjoined into one season because they're pretty short. It's not hard. And now, I might hear you saying, I can feel you saying it already, Sinthya. Why does it look like that? That is another very common question for people who are new to JoJo. Why does it look like that? That's a great question, too. Here's 2 things to understand. You can skip part 3, nothing happens in there. It's crazy that you're right. So here's 2 fundamentals. Number 1, yes, the art style does look like that. You're gonna get over it. I promise you're gonna get over it. It'll seem normal eventually. Second most important thing to understand is what a stand is. A stand is a manifestation of your fighting spirit, aka punching ghosts. That's basically the long and the short of it. It's not that hard. It's a manifestation of your fighting spirit. It's like if you had a ghost that could punch, and you will get used to the art style. I promise you'll get used to the art style. Soon enough, these characters will look normal. You just give it time and they will slowly morph into normal characters. Trust me, trust me. I think my favorite JoJo art style, I'm gonna be a little controversial and say it's part 4 onwards. I do think the early style was a little silly, but God, did it give a lot of personality to the characters. Part 5 is my favorite, in terms of art style and story, though, so I'm a little bit biased, unfortunately. I think all of the art is good, though. People will sometimes say, oh, part 1 and 2 were the worst. They're just there so you can watch the other ones. No. No. No, you have to watch them. And they're good, and there's things to enjoy in there, okay? Yeah, stands don't show up until part 3, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The other style was a loose parody of other older shonen like Fist of the North Star. Yeah! And then slowly the characters got less buff as time went on. So if you see, for example, the first JoJo standing next to, like, let's say a JoJo from part 7, the difference is pretty staggering. So, you will get used to this art style very quickly. Accept it. It makes life so much easier if you just accept this is what it looks like. Now, I hear you say, Sinthya, I don't like the art style. Tough titty. You'll live. You will survive. You will survive, okay? I know the art's a little funky. You'll live, and you will learn to appreciate it at the same time. And I think it's good. I think it adds personality and vibrance to it, okay? God. Yeah. Yeah, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to the really weird art style eventually. It gets better, but even the early ones are not that bad. It gives it personality. It makes it stand out. Yeah, you'll learn to love it with time. You'll learn. Yay! You'll appreciate it in due time, trust me. So, you might be thinking, Sinthya, I know about stands, Sinthya, but I hear about something called Hemon? Or the Ripple. What the hell is the Ripple? So JoJo's Bizarre Adventure doesn't actually start having stands until part 3. Parts 1 to 2 have a different magic/fighting system called Hemon. It's the first power system used in parts 1 and 2. You don't get to stands till part 3. You do have to accept this. It's a specialized martial arts technique that produces energy through controlled breathing. Does that sound a little weird? It is. I hope you like controlling your breathing to create sunlight energy. And you know why that's important? You may say, sunlight, Sinthya. Why sunlight? Because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has vampires, and they need the sunlight energy to fight the vampires. It makes sense. Trust me. Yeah, and Hamon does kind of come back in part 7 because of the spin. And we'll get to that. So part 3, they start using stand abilities. Hamon isn't really brought up again until part 7, where it's like kind of utilized for the spin of the balls, which is not a stand ability. You'll learn, it's okay. So in universe, stands manifested due to a very convoluted reason. Once upon a time, there was an alien virus released from the rock of a meteorite that landed on Earth thousands of years ago. And then stand abilities manifest either naturally or are created because of that virus due to the stand arrow, which is an arrow made of the same meteorite that the virus landed on Earth. So people have stand abilities because of an alien virus, and throughout the parts, there are various characters who will stab you with the stand arrow.
A presentation on peak. Hell yeah, brother. triumphant face emoji.
Peak indeed! Think you just Poochie cuddles for the soup. Oh, you like Jojo. I know you do. You like Jojo, don't you? I hope you enjoy the presentation on Absolute Peak. It's gonna be very long. Yay! Oh, God, yeah, speaking of Poochie, look, this is Poochie's stand. I really like Whitesnake's design. I think it's a stellar stand design.
I woke up with ants on my head. You cursed me.
A new hand touches the beacon. I warned you, didn't I? I told you. You know watching me is a cognito hazard. You took that risk. You deserve the ants. Thank you, Miletus V1, for the soup. I'm sorry about the ants. Ant traps work very well. Stop eating in your room and perhaps they will go away someday. Have the ants gone away from me? No, I'm sure they will someday. As soon as I transfer them all to you, soon my ant problem will stop, and then the ants will be passed around through the love bites until someday they're gone. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so throughout the JoJo series, stand abilities are granted by crazy people wielding the versions of the stand arrows. There were several made, and throughout every part, from like part 3 onwards, there's at least one character who wields one of the stand arrows and goes around stabbing people for various reasons. In part 4, it's actually pretty sad. There's a character who wields the stand arrow in order to cure his ailing father, trying to find a stand user who can properly kill him. It's very tragic. In part 5, the stand arrow is wielded by, what the fuck is his name? The big fat one. You know who I'm talking about in part 5. There's a big fat guy who wields the stand arrow to create, good gangsters. Oh, Polpo, thank you. Yeah, there's a character named Polpo who wields it. In part 5, to create new stand users for the Mafia. Pretty cool. And in part 6, the stand arrow, is it wielded by a foot? No. I don't remember if there's a stand arrow in part 6 and I just watched it. Whatever, Poochie gives stand abilities through his own stand, which uses discs. Part 7, more things happen. Yay! But long story short, there is a theme of people being given stand abilities throughout the parts, and if they are worthy, they live, and if they are unworthy of a stand ability, they just die. So if you're saying, Sinthya, what if I get stabbed with the stand arrow, but I'm not good enough to be a stand user? You die. You do just die. So if you're unworthy of wielding it, you just straight up die. And this happens several times. Without the parts. Oh yeah, I forgot! Jojo uses a shard of the arrow to give Jolene her stand. Oh, thank you for the reminder. I fucking forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, so in part 6, there are 2 ways to become a stand user. Either Father Poochie decides now is your time, and he makes you a stand user with a disc put into your head, or Jolene Kujo's little charm, which, so she smuggled a charm which contains a bit of the stand arrow by her father Jotaro, which then gives her stand abilities, and if it gets passed to a few people, and it stabs them, yeah, yeah. So yeah, stand arrows are very important, and they show up a lot, and you can become a stand user whenever you want, and a lot of people do, and it doesn't stop. So it either manifests naturally in childhood, or you are chosen to be a stand user, and if you're not good enough, you die. Moving on. So, time to begin with the very first parts of JoJo. There's gonna be a lot of more. When do we bring up Jesus? Later. Jesus is brought up later in the slideshow. Oh god, this, however, is parts 1 and part 2. I bunched them together because, in the adaptation, it's the same season. And this is the 2 parts that do not have stand users yet. So, parts 1 and 2 are Phantom Blood and Battle Tendency, respectively. Every single JoJo part, Jesus is a JoJo, yes. I'll cover that. Uh-oh. So, every JoJo part also has, like, a tagline. We got Phantom Blood. It's called Phantom Blood because of all the vampires. So part 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure starts out with the meeting of 2 characters, Jonathan Joestar, the blue one, and Dio Brando, the blonde one. Dio Brando is evil. So the story starts out with, I'm trying to remember, forgive me. It starts out with Jonathan Joestar meeting Dio Brando, and, well, basically Dio gets adopted into Jonathan's family, but Dio is evil. And you may say, oh, well, did he have a hard childhood, a hard upbringing? Was he abused? Is that why he's evil? Yes. And he's born evil, which is really, really funny, because it's canon that despite Dio being, grown up very abused, beaten by his father, alcoholic, etc., he also is just born evil. So that's really funny. So Dio's just evil. And his goal in life is to take over the Joestar family fortune, because the Joestars are a rich, rich, rich British people. And so, one day, Dio comes across this ancient mask that I believe Jonathan's father was studying archaeologically, and this mask makes you a vampire. And he puts on the stone mask, he rejects his humanity, and he's a vampire now, and the rest of the series is Jonathan using sunlight magic to kill his vampire adopted brother. But wait! Brits on stream! Yeah, there's a lot of British people in JoJo, sorry. Yeah, Dio's fate was to be evil, which is really, really funny. Because you might say, oh no, it's because he grew up abused, he was poor, his mom died, his dad abused him, that's why Dio's evil. No, he's just born evil. Which is really, really fucking funny. So Dio creates essentially a harem of vampires, and this does happen once more. So this happens. Eventually, Dio technically is defeated by Jonathan. Technically. But don't worry, he comes back. He comes back. Then comes part 2, where the descendant of Jonathan Joestar, the descendant, is this one. Joseph Joestar. I think I have another... Okay, here's the slides on the main characters of every part. I have this. So, first off is Jonathan Joestar, you know, because he's the blue one, with the crop top for some reason. And then we also have his descendant, Jonathan Joestar, also in a crop top. I don't know why this is a design trend for so long, but okay. Sir. Yeah, he always comes back, exactly. So part 2 follows the wacky adventures of Jonathan Joestar, his descendant. There's still vampires, by the way. There's even more vampires. There's vampires in JoJo for much longer than you'd think. They really stick around. And so that follows Jonathan defeating even more vampires, but not Dio. Dio doesn't come back for a whole nother part. Be patient. Dio will come back. Just not right now. So follows those wacky adventures. And at this point, there's no stands yet. They're using Haemon, aka Sunlight abilities, to kill vampires and zombies. There's zombies too. Don't worry. There's a lot. Oh, God. Yeah, great. So this happens for a while. And as I mentioned, there's vampires, there's zombies, there's pillarmen, which are technically vampires, but also ancient entities. Also maybe gods, but mostly vampires. And they look pretty wacky. And you can tell because of the sharp teeth that they are vampires. That's what denotes them. Yeah. Part 1 and 2 are pretty wacky. They take place from like the 1890s on to like the 1930s, so it mentions a lot of interesting things. Like the German military, for example. Why? I don't know. I always forget that's a part of it when I reread it, but you know, you learn something new all the time. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention, speaking of the Joestars, you can't see it now, but you know that they are Joestars because they have a star-shaped birthmark on their backs. You can't see it here, but just trust me when I say both of them have a star-shaped birthmark on their backs that show that they're a Joestar. What kind of German military? I think you know the answer to that. If you have to ask, you already know. You may say, but why? I don't know. I didn't write it. So that's pretty interesting. And before you say, you mean like the World War II Germans? Yeah. Does it ever come back again? No. No, it does not. It does not ever come back. So that's just a part of it. That's just how it is, okay? Yay! Yeah, spawning the famous quote, German engineering is the best in the world, because there's a character from the 1930s German military who is half robot. He's like half robot, half mech. I think I have him in the slide, like, right here, this one, the blonde one. See how he's half robot? This is an important character in the part. Yeah, because part 2, it's basically Indiana Jones. Yeah, exactly. So, you gotta remember that. This is basically the plot of Indiana Jones, and eventually the German military plot stops existing right after this part. So you accept it, and then it's just done. Yay! So part 1 and 2, no stands yet, but that's okay because we're leading up to the actual part where there are stands. Oh God. Oh, how could I forget Speedwagon? Let me tell you about Speedwagon. So, I'm talking about the main characters. There's something called a Jobro, which is very, very important. It's the best friend of the JoJo in each part. And part 1 has a character named Speedwagon. Speedwagon is very important. He's just a normal guy. However, he starts something called the Speedwagon Foundation. This is Speedwagon. You can tell because he's right here and he's old. And he starts something called the Speedwagon Foundation, which is like, they're not apparently non-military, but they're kind of also military at the same time. Don't worry about it. And they do research on lots of things, mostly medicine and science. So they work alongside the JoJos to help them out in their wacky capers. And you'll see more of that later on. Yay! So that's pretty fun. It's called, okay, so part 3 is where a lot of the lore really starts happening, and this is where the popularity of JoJo skyrockets. Part 3 is also known as Stardust Crusaders because they're crusading all the way through Egypt. It begins with a descendant of Joseph Joestar, who is also right here. There's 2 JoJos in one part. Wow. This is Joseph Joestar, you know, because he's old. This is what's your name? This is Jotaro Kujo. Now you're about to say, Sinthya, why are they called JoJos? Have you noticed their names? I'm sure you have.
Joseph had every power system in JoJo's. Hormone, stand, German engineering, and for a brief moment vamp.
Oh yeah, you guys remember when Joseph was a vampire for like 1 minute, but not actually, but actually kind of genuinely? That was interesting. Thank you, Crowd, for this soup. But yeah, Joseph also had like every power system because Joseph used Hamon, he used stands, he used German engineering, and he was a vampire for like 1 minute. And then he wasn't anymore. Allegedly. So that was fun. So this part follows the reawakening of Dio. Remember the blonde guy from the first part? Yeah, Dio's back. You know why? Jonathan Joestar is dead at this point. But his body isn't. So as you see this character, you know, the blonde banana wizard suit having character, the only original part of Dio remaining is the head. The body belongs to his brother, Jonathan Joestar. So technically, every descendant of Dio is technically a Joestar by genetics. This is gonna be important. And the entire plot follows Dio reawakening in Egypt and starting yet another vampire harem. And it's the job of the Stardust Crusaders to kill him! Kill him! Because Dio is very bad. Just head. Only head. Yeah, just head. Nothing but head. So Dio's head is very, very important. So it follows the wacky capers of this cast of characters. And this is when stands begin as well, because Dio's making stand users to protect his vampire harem, because he wants to take over the world or something like that. It follows Jotaro, his best friend Kakyoin, Muhammad Abdal, who is also very cool, Polnareff, my favorite in this part, and Iggy. Iggy's very important, don't forget about Iggy. So this entire part follows them trying to kill Dio and eventually succeeding. I hope you like Dio Brando because he's fucking everywhere. He's everywhere, and he keeps being prominent, haunting the narrative, one could say, even after this part ends. Yeah, this honestly, I'm gonna say, part 3 I think has the best main cast of any JoJo part. I'll say it. This is the best part. Well, I guess for supporting cast, because all these characters are cool, they're all memorable, they're all awesome. Yeah, this part in the story, yeah, Dio's goal, well, you know, awesome vampire harem, but also achieving heaven, or Dio's version of heaven, which, you know, probably not everyone's definition of heaven, because Dio's insane. He's like 100-year-old British vampire at this point, with a weird vampire harem, so... And he also has powers. He has time-stopping powers. I should mention that everyone has stands now. Everybody has fighting ghost abilities. Everyone here does, including the dog. Yes, the dog, too. Dio's is to stop time. We will see time-based stands returning yet again. This is not the only time, please believe me. Yeah, the rest of the series is gonna follow basically the consequences of Dio. Dio again, Dio's boyfriends, Dio's babies, Dio dinosaur. I hope you like Dio and his harem because it's literally not gonna stop. Every single part has some tie to Dio. Whether it be his kids, his many lovers, his fucking alternate universe self, it's a lot of Dio. I hope you like Dio because my god, does this guy haunt the narrative. Everybody loves Dio because he's everywhere and every single part has a reference to him because Dio doesn't stop being important. Dio's friends. The entirety of part 6 is just one of Dio's dubious lovers trying to continue his like life's mission, which I find fascinating. Yeah, Dio's roommates, Dio's lovers, Dio's family, friends, harem. I hope you like Dio because holy shit, there's a lot of Dio. But on to the JoJos of this part. Dio's important, yes, but so are the JoJos. This is Jonathan... No, it's not. Sorry, there's a lot of them. This is Joseph Joestar, but old this time, the remix, and Jotaro Kujo, his grandson. He has a daughter named Holly. Her name is Holly Kujo. She had a kid. This is her kid, Jotaro, so this is grandpa, grandson, grandpa, grandson. It's gonna get more convoluted from here on out. This is the one part where the family lineage is kind of making sense, but doesn't last very long. So this is the main character for part 3. Jotaro is okay. I used to be a big Jotaro hater when I was younger. Now I just think he's fine. I really did not like Jotaro. I'm no longer a hater, but my god, I used to be. Thank you. Congrats her on Love by Blackout for 7 months of membership. I'm more of a fan of Deep Purple, but Dio was good. But I liked Dio. I think Dio was a very solid villain. But congrats on 7 months of membership. Rub indeed. I used to really hate Jotaro. He used to be my least favorite JoJo. Now I don't dislike any of the JoJos. I just like some more than others. I no longer hate him. Is it true Jotaro cheats on his wife? Yes! Yes! Joseph too, it kind of runs in the family. I don't know. It kind of runs in the family. I believe it though. I would believe it. Not the hugest fan of Jotaro Kujo, I'm sorry. I am in no way, shape, or form a Jotaro Kujo defender. I used to hate Jotaro. I don't anymore. And do I think he would have cheated on his wife? Yeah! I don't like him. He's a deadbeat dad, an absent father, and yet in part 6 they try to pretend that's okay. When was that? I think it was more implied, because he was, okay, Jotaro was a very absent father later in the series. So that's great. Awesome! Not the hugest fan of Jotaro Kujo, whatever. Moving on! So. You may have been wondering before, Sinthya, what's up with the names? Let me explain. The elephant in the room. Most stand or character names in JoJo are based off of various musicians and songs from like the 80s to 90s, even up to the 2000s or 2010s. And this means in English, they have to be localized due to copyright laws. And no, it's not always done very well. The most famous one is, of course, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, which has led to a lot of memes regarding the name. The current localization is Filthy Acts at a reasonable price. And who knows if that's gonna stay in the anime. They could make it something worse. However, my favorite localization has to be Limp Bizkit, which is, part 6. Localized to Flaccid Pancake in Eyes of Heaven. In the actual anime, it's localized to Limp Bizkit, which is very disappointing. I think they should have kept Flaccid Pancake because it's really, really funny. Dosyan! God. So there you go. Flaccid Pancake. God, I wish that could have stayed because it was really, really, really funny. Oh yeah, the Jotaro dolphin. Yeah, Jotaro's true love was a dolphin, and some human temptress took him away for a moment, but yeah, that's where his true love lays. Sure, why not? I'll add that to my list of beliefs. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about the character designs for one moment. Remember how earlier I was complaining about the crop tops? There's more interesting designs. Part 5 is the worst offender, in my humble opinion, of insane designs.
Bad for money.
Nasty work for coin, my favorite stand. Thank you, Ethan Rogers, for the soup. You know what? I hope it'd be better than just a D4C. I really, really, really hope they just give it some absolutely insane localization in the anime. I can't wait for that day. But here's some character designs of all time. Bad for money, my favorite. Anasui's existence pisses me off. Every time he's on screen, I get angry. I stopped after part 3 because the designs looked so gay, man. Come on. Okay, part 5 is the worst offender for that, in my humble opinion. I like the JoJo designs. They're unique. They're surely memorable. Anasui pisses me off. And which one is Anasui? Do you really have to ask? You know, the worst one. Anasui's very existence pisses me off. No, I love the JoJo designs. I love them. Part 5 is the most unique. I'm saying this. Chocolata is one of my favorite characters in the entire franchise, and I'm not lying. Look at me. Chocolata is one of my favorite characters. I don't know what this says about me. I don't know what this says about my mental state. Genuinely one of my favorite villains. Don't talk shit on Pesci. Pesci's cool, damn it. Pesci's cool. Rikiel pisses me off. I don't like Rikiel's design, no matter what. And Anasui's existence makes me really, 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 really angry. Just fucking look. You have eyes, don't you? Just fucking look at him. I hate Anasui. He pisses me off so bad. I hate Anasui. Yeah, Chocolata's the one with the weird puppy boy. Yeah, we'll touch on Chocolata, don't worry. I'll get to that. But yeah, Anasui pisses me off. Thigh highs, fishnet outfit, skirt, foot, high boots, thigh high boot, high heels, skirt, belt, not 1 but 4 feet, fishnets, silly little hat. Anasui pisses me off so bad. I fucking hate Anasui. It's definitely memorable. It's surely memorable, but Anasui's is the worst. I'm sorry, Anasui, you just don't know fashion, Sinthya. If this is fashion, I don't want it. I don't want it. Let's not forget about the panties, of course, naturally. Thigh highs, fishnets, skirt, panties, not 1 but 3 feet. You piss me off. Your existence pisses me off. And he's in prison, by the way. This character's in prison. This is his prison uniform. This pisses me off. Oh god. Okay, that's my least favorite JoJo design. Because every time I see him, I get angry. It spikes my cortisol, as the kids say. Everyone else is fine. I've learned to accept Pesci. I've forgiven Pesci's mere existence. Chocolata's design is cool. I like it. I don't know. I don't like Rikio. This is, I think, the best examples of some definitely out there designs. Nasui pisses me off. He just put that shit on. Yeah, Nasui just put that shit on. I don't like it. But no, the JoJo fashion is very polarizing. I like it. I like the JoJo designs. I like the fashion choices. They're very memorable. They stand out well, and I think that's important. Anasui. Anasui. My god, what is there to say? It speaks for itself. Anasui makes up for it with Diver Down. One of the coolest stands with one of the most fascinating character design choices. I think part 7, it's the most out there for designs, but has some of the best designs. Risotto is a great character design. Yeah, Chocolata makes up for whatever's going on with him with sheer aura. I don't want to... God. Can we just appreciate how horrible this is for one more minute? Every time I think of Anasui, I start feeling rage boil within me. It's not high fashion! He's just a slut! And he pisses me off! And his existence pisses me off! I hate Anasui. Anyway, sorry, my cortisol. He angers me. He is! In the manga, he's genuinely a man whore! He is! His entire reasons for existence is just to impress Jolene. That's his entire reason for living. That's the funniest part, I think, in all of JoJo, is that he looks like this and yet arguably is one of the most woman-loving straight characters in the entire part, and I think that's great. His entire reason for being on the main cast is he falls head over heels for Jolene, and his entire life's purpose is just to marry her and impress her and get Jotaro's blessing for her hand in marriage, and I think that's insane. Oh, Anasui, the character that you are is just never, you just fucking always here. Sorry, I gotta calm down. He just pisses me off so badly. He annoys me. I can't continue with Anasui. He's making me too mad. I gotta move on. I have to move on. We low-key need to see you in a Anasui cosplay. See, the difference between me and Anasui is, well, I have boobs. I don't think I can wear this. Okay. I need to take deep breaths. Anasui pisses me off. He's raising my blood pressure. Anyway, there's still more, by the way. We still have like 5 more parts to cover. This is part 4. You had to pick that or Rohan. Rohan Kishibe pisses me off as well. I didn't even touch on that in the slideshow, but oh, Rohan is definitely a character that exists. So there's another JoJo part. Part 4 used to be my least favorite part. I've since grown as a person. I think it's because part 4 requires you not only to love slow-paced, cozy slice of life, but you also need to love gore and murder mysteries and murder plots. Fascinating. I've come to love part 4. Yeah, it's a Scooby-Doo murder mystery, and I really like it. Too much Rohan. I don't like Rohan. Okay, no, I don't dislike Rohan. However, does his mere existence in the sight of him piss me off? Yes. I think I've come to have a strong raging hatred in me for Rohan just because he's shoehorned into every part, because he is the mangaka's favorite, yeah. Rohan is the author's most favorite character, and it is well known. What if you had a series with genuinely hundreds of characters spanning across the whole franchise? But this stupid green-haired freak had the most adaptations and was shoot into every part, had an anime spin-off, fucking manga spin-off, a Gucci collab, and I think a movie. And he's in the most recent part too. And is mentioned in like every subsequent part. I can't do this anymore. Of all the characters. Of all the characters, why Rohan Kishibe? Thank you, Nemo, for the raid! Hi, Raiders! Hi! Hello! Hi, Raiders! Thank you so much, Nemo, for the raid. Welcome, Raiders! We're talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and my burning hatred for Rohan Kishibe. Because he irritates me. His existence pisses me off. There's too much Rohan, and I want no more of it. You know who could have got a spin-off? Fugo! But no. Hi, Nemo. Hi. Let me wrench you real quick as I complain about anime. Oh god, you know who could have been great for a spin-off? Fugo Panicotta. You know who got no spin-off? Fugo Panicotta. Get absolutely, positively, 100% wrenched. Oh god, I swear, I don't really hate Rohan. I think just everything about him just starts to anger me over and over and over again, because there's just so much Rohan, and I can't deal with it. Oh Lord, help me. Thank you so much, Rambo, for the 10 gifted. Thank you. Thank you. As I whine about Rohan. Thank you so much, Rambo, for the snipes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. W Gifts, thank you so much for the snipes, Rambo. Thank you. 10 more love bites to hear me complain about Rohan Kishibe, who pisses me off to no end. Thank you so much for the gifted rub. Thank you. Do you like Jotaro? I used to hate Jotaro. Jotaro used to be my least favorite JoJo. Now I am neutral about Jotaro. I don't know. Something about him pissed me off when I was a kid. Because I got into JoJo when I was like 15. I'm an adult now. I've grown as a person. I no longer have a burning hatred for Jotaro. He's just kind of there. He's just kind of there. Rohan is not the GOAT 1 year in prison. What if you had hundreds of characters who would have deserved an adaptation or a spin-off or elaboration on their lore? But no! Rohan! 1 million more as adaptations to Rohan! Enjoy, thank you! I will enjoy the gifted, thank you, rub. You are spared from punishment. Yeah, Jotaro was a delinquent. He was mean to his friends, he was mean to everyone who liked him, he was mean to his daughter, he was mean to his wife, whatever. Aura farming alone does not absolve Jotaro Kujo of familial neglect. Jotaro can't aura farm his way out of being a deadbeat dad, I'm sorry. 500 more Rohan adaptations, please. Please. No. What's this? What's this? Fugo got written out? Written out of part 5 and could stand an adaptation? No. 500 more thus spoke Rohan Kishibe. Please. No, Jotaro cannot aura farm his way out of fucking not paying child support. He can't. He's a 40-year-old deadbeat who likes dolphins too much, and he pisses me off. And he doesn't care about Jolene. Oh, Sinthya, no, he kept distance to protect her. He was working for the Speedwagon. I don't care! I don't care! Jotaro Kujo, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get him. I'm laying hands and I'm beating the shit out of Jotaro. Oh my god. I need to calm down. Jotaro Kujo, much like a Nasui, spikes my cortisol. Piss me off. All they do is piss me off. Yeah, he doesn't even do that good when they reunite. He's still a deadbeat, yeah. I gotta take my deep breaths. My hatred for Jotaro, transcends generations. Anyway, part 4 is good. Part 4 is very good. Here are the JoJos of part 4. Speaking of, time to get into some more familial lore. The JoJos of this part are Jotaro Kujo, my most hated, and Josuke Higashikata. Before you ask, no, I don't know where the Jo in Higashikata is. I don't know. I think they try to explain it in the anime how they called him Jojo regardless. I don't know. I think I'm just illiterate. That might be a me problem. Why is his hair like that? Is he stupid? I like the hair. I like it. It's iconic. Come on. Come on. It's very, very, like, retro delinquent, and I enjoy it. Yeah, this Suke is supposed to be like a Joe. I'll trust you. You know what? I'm just gonna start believing you. Excuse me. It's from a misreading of a kanji? That sounds right. I trust you. So, you might be... He looks like short Elvis, man. Come on. So you might be wondering, oh, whose kid is this? Oh, Josuke. Whose kid is Josuke? How does he fit into this? You guys remember? Remember the guy from part 2? You guys, you remember? You remember that guy? Remember him from part 2? So here's the interesting thing. He had a wife. Yeah, you remember Joseph Joestar, the one with a wife, by the way? He had a wife this whole time, I neglected to mention. This child is not with his wife. This child, Josuke, was born out of cheating on his wife. Of like 40 years, by the way. That motherfucker cheated on his wife of 40 years with some random Japanese woman and had a bastard child, and that is Josuke. This is not Josuke's fault. You didn't ask for this. But yeah, most of part 4 is spent flaming Joseph Joestar for being a motherfucker. Evil, right? Very crummy of him, which is also an interesting, from a story standpoint, is a very weird thing to do with one of like a beloved main character. I don't know why. I think they really could have had Josuke exist without making Joseph like a motherfucker. I really think they could have done this in a different way that makes Joseph not suddenly hated by a lot of the fandom. So this means, because of the family lineage, Josuke is technically Jotaro's uncle. And Jotaro is technically his nephew, because Jotaro's grandpa is his dad, so he's technically Jotaro's mom's brother, which makes Jotaro his nephew and this his uncle. Despite, at this point, I want to say Jojo is Jotaro in this part I think is late 20s, and Josuke is 16. So he has an uncle who is like a decade younger than him, which is fascinating. So yeah, I think they could have done it in a story way without turning Joseph into like a real motherfucker. But that's the way it went, I guess. So that is why I zoned out for a few sentences. Please repeat that. No, it's getting more convoluted as time goes on. Yeah, Josuke's grandpa, yeah, is younger than his own dad. Oh yeah, so that means Josuke's grandpa would be Jonathan? So Josuke's grandpa died in like the 1890s? And he's alive in like 1989, so there's a... Is there a family tree on one of these slides? I might put one on screen. I forgot a family tree, but yeah, the family lineage only gets more complicated from here. God. Yeah, the funny part about that, yeah, Joseph, his dad went to Japan, did not visit any family at the time, did not visit his Japanese son, Jotaro, or grandson Jotaro, went and knocked up a woman and left. What the fuck? Why? 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 Fascinating, I must say. Fascinating. So the family tree at this point is splintered. The Jotaro family tree is more like a family wreath at this point. It's not incestuous. Maybe. So yeah, this is the Jotaro of this part. Josuke is pretty cool. I like Josuke. He's pretty cool. Do you like Josuke because he's constantly rage baiting Rohan? Yes, an enemy of Rohan Kishibe is a friend of mine. So yeah, I actually like Josuke. Josuke is pretty up there for one of my favorite JoJos of all time. Jotaro in this part is not as bad, to be fair. The double belts pisses me off, but what can you do? Yeah, Josuke's pretty cool. Part 4 went from being one of my least favorites to one of my most favorites. So, oh my god, the plot of part 4, I forgot the plot. The plot of part 4 is Jotaro going to Japan to the town of Morio to see Josuke and inform him that he is a bit of a bastard child. Because Joseph, his biological father, is aging and they want to split up the inheritance. But at the time, Jotaro finds out there's a stand user in Morio giving people stands with the stand arrows, and it gets crazier from there. And it goes from a cozy slice of life to a murder mystery because there's a serial killer in Morio killing people. So that's pretty great. Part 4 is a very, very good part. Yeah. Jojo mellowed out in part 4, thank God. Moria, part 4 is a really good part. I don't know what I was on when I was younger disliking it, but it really stands up and is pretty solid. I like it a lot. So yeah, these are the main JoJos of this part. We do see what about Joseph in this part? We see a little of old Joseph in this, but it's not super important. God. I think he went there. Oh wait, yeah, you're right, I forgot. Jojo went here to both divvy up the, the family inheritance, and because he's like, I think there might be an evil stand user here. And they do like a bait and switch with who like the serial killer is. It's pretty cool. I will neglect heavy spoilers. However, part 4 is really good. I heavily recommend it. I like it a lot. I trust you. Congrats to Draxler98 on 1 month of membership. Best trope in fiction? That's right. I really like part 4. I think it is really, really solid. Amen.
Look at Jotaro's belts and Caesar's headbands.
Oh, don't remind me. I didn't even touch on Caesar Zappelli very much. He does haunt the narrative a little bit. So Caesar was the Jobro of part 2 and was Joseph's best friend. And interesting things happened there. Thank you, Krell, for the soup. I do think, yeah, that visual component was passed down to Jotaro. I will say the design choices in JoJo are really good, where it shows, like, Caesar! Showing off, like, lineage and, like, remembering the past. I do really like the designs. I sit on them a little bit, but I really like the designs of the, the clothing and character choices. Caesar!
Actually, I think he went there knowing there was a hostile stand user, because of Hermit Purple trying to screw Josuke and coming back. Weird.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
To be fair on Joseph, he was just doing a bit of British explorer tendencies. By knocking up a local.
That's so fucking funny about Joseph too, because yeah, his daughter, Holly, and Jotaro live in Japan. So he just went there to knock up a local.
SCRY. SCRY. Not screw.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was gonna say, screw Josuke. You're good. Thank you, Ethan Rogers, for the soup. But yeah, I was wondering. But yeah, no, they did go there because, oh god, Joseph's stand ability was like, oh, there might be an evil stand user in Morio. Go check it out. Yeah, his stand Hermit Purple. I forgot about that. That was why Jotaro was there. And of course, for the family fortune. And thank you, Huron Love by Blackheart, for the soup. But you're, 100% right, too. Joseph, the motherfucker that he is, fully has his daughter Holly lives in Japan because her husband was Japanese. We don't really see a lot of Jotaro's dad in the series. I don't think ever he's mentioned, though. So that's why they live in Japan. That's why Jotaro is, I think, half Japanese. Instead of going to visit his family in Japan, he goes, I need to scout for young hussies. So that was fascinating. What is his fucking problem? What is Joseph's fucking problem? What is wrong with him? Yeah, he was really exploring his British explorer heritage there. So that's great. God. I have to pee! Okay. Jotaro's dad is a rock star. I think that's why Jotaro's dad isn't mentioned much in the series. I think he's a musician, so he's pretty absent for most of it. And reminder, this whole time Joseph has a wife, so he's just being a motherfucker for, like, no reason, by the way. It's never said they had marital issues or anything. It's never really given a reason why he would ever do something like that. He just did. God. Very cool. Alright, okay, so. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some more water because I'm also out. Oh yeah, Jotaro's dad is a saxophone player. That's what it is, I remember now. Joseph was a victim ensnared by a silver fox hunter. I don't think so. Man, okay. Okay, I'm gonna go bathroom. I'm gonna be right back when I come back. We're only on part 4. There's so much ground to cover. I'm gonna be right back. Give me 1 second. When I come back, it's time to complain about Joseph Joestar a little bit more. I'm gonna be right back. Give me 1 sec. Rub. I'm back to complain about Joseph Joestar. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? I'll come back with plenty of complaints ready. I thought of them this entire time. I survived my bathroom adventure. And I didn't fall in even a little bit. Thank you so much, Rambo, for the 5 gifted. Get gifted, get gifted, get gifted, get gifted, get positively, absolutely gifted. You're not avoiding this. You're trapped with me now. You're stuck with me. You're stuck with me. Thank you so much, Rambo, for the 5 gifted. Rub. More sodas for the basement. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I mentioned it as you left, but Joseph is also racist against the Japanese over Holly marrying Jotaro's dad.
Oh yeah, I think I have that meme in one of the slides. I'll never forgive the Japanese. Thank you, the Rogers, for the soup. Yeah, I think I have that meme in one of the slides. I'll never forgive the Japanese for what they did. Yeah, I forgot about that. Joseph is mildly racist against the Japanese. Because he's mad a Japanese man married his daughter. But he loves his Sony Walkman. Yeah, he loves Japanese products. Yeah, Joseph was born in like the 1930s. Oh god. Fascinating, I must say. Loves his Sony Walkman, hates the Japanese, simple as. Yeah, I forgot about that. But honestly, part four really holds up. It's also one of my favorite anime art styles of the entire franchise. I'd say second to part 5. I'll complain about part 6's art style. I'll complain about it. If Joseph was born in the 20s, he'd be in his late 70s during part 4. Yeah, at that point, his mind's going a little bit, goddamn does he still love young women, apparently. More you know. Alright, now it's time to talk about the best part of all. Yes! Yes, I've been waiting for this one. Time to discuss the best Jojo part. Yeah, I know it's everyone's favorite part, but it's mine as well, okay?
What weirder is that he leaves part 4 with an invisible baby.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. I forgot about the invisible baby aspect. Thank you, David Bingle, for the soup. But yeah, at the end of part 4, he acquires a baby. I don't remember if it's his, but she's there. And then also kind of got, yeah, and that baby never mentioned again. Not even once. I totally forgot about that. Because I guess it was probably never brought up again. And yeah, and she's an honorary Joestar. Yeah, the forgotten Joestar. I forgot about that. There's technically another Joestar on a technicality, and she never shows up again. Yay! Anyway, I think JoJo Part 5 is the best part, and I will hear no naysayers because it's literally the best part. What's not to love? It's got mafiosos, it's got found family, it's got fascinating outfits, it's got the best villains of the entire franchise, and I'm not gonna argue about that because I'm correct. All the villains, except for like 1 or 2, are the best. La Squadra, so good. The elite guard for the boss, so good. Diavolo, so good. Doppio, so good. I love all of them. The main cast is great. The supporting villains are great. There's only 1 or 2 that are forgettable. But holy shit, this is so solid. It's such a solid part, and it is my favorite, and I will die on that hill. It is my opinion that it has the best pacing fights and characters. You could disagree, but I'm still right. It's crazy that I'm literally 100% correct, isn't it? Isn't it crazy that I'm completely right? Just ignore Fugo. Pretend he's not there. Hey. Huh? What's that? Fugo was written out halfway through the part? What's that? Don't worry about it. Glaring plot hole? Don't worry about it too much. I still think it's my favorite. It is my favorite, and I think it's one of the best. Personal taste. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Fugo's pretty good. Fugo, by the way, is this one. And yes, he is written out halfway through the story, but don't worry too hard about it. This has the best enemies, I think, of any JoJo part, genuinely. And I love it. This is the JoJo of the part. His name is Giorno Giovanna, I'll get to it in a minute. And these are some of the best villains. Chocolate and Secco are some of my favorite villains of part 5. Controversial, but true. I agree part 5 is good, it just hurts me the narrative is so disconnected from the rest of JoJo and doesn't matter for us as a series. That is fair enough. It is true that part 5 story is pretty much in a bubble outside of the rest of the events. I still really like it. Also, yeah, Purple Haze feedback. Oh, I've read it. So this, I will touch on that. This character, Fugo, is kind of written out halfway through because the plan for this character, well, let me explain the plot. So, part 5 takes place in Italy with Italian mafiosos. These are all mafia members. They work for the Italian mafia. And this part basically happens because Jotaro Kujo, yeah, he's still important by the way, finds out that Dio had a son. And that son was named Giorno Giovanna. And he worries that he's going to try to continue Dio's legacy, but Jojo doesn't really care. He doesn't really care about his dad much. He goes, I want to be a gang star, and I want to get drugs out of Italy, and I want to be the new big head honcho in charge, okay? And so that's why this happens, and the entire plot of this is this cast of characters, which are known as the Bucci gang, because this is Bruno Bucciaraghi, and he's technically in charge, even though this is the main Jojo, don't worry about it. They decide they're going to take down the big boss of their mafia organization to get rid of drugs, and because Jordan's like, I can do a better job, and I want power. So, that has to be me. I don't think Jordan even knows that his dad is Dio. This is Dio's son. Because remember, Dio has Jonathan Joestar's body, so he's technically a Jojo, because Dio was off. Once again, can't forget the vampire harem. Dio was getting busy. Very, very busy. And Jorno's just one of his several sons. And so, their job, take down the bossu. And the entire plot follows them trying to take down the boss and all the wacky capers that happen at the same time. And I just love it. And yeah, it is pretty separate from the rest of JoJo and its overarching plot, but I still really like it. And I think it has some of the best fights, best characters, and best abilities of the entire part. Just ignore Fugo. So, Fugo. Let's touch on the Fugo problem. Fugo Panicotta is a member of this gang and is important halfway through the story. And then suddenly he is completely written out. Completely, utterly, and entirely written out of the story. Because I believe what it was is he was supposed to... There was an original plot line where I believe he was going to betray the rest of the gang and they'd have to kill him. And I think the author was like, that's a little too dark. This plot is already really, really, really dark. And I don't like it. So instead he's just going to be written out and we're just going to forget that he exists. Sorry, my bad. No more Fugo. Society has progressed past the need for Fugo, so we just genuinely never see him again for the rest of the story, and he's never relevant ever, ever, ever again. Very cool. Pretty disappointing, but what can you do? There is a dubiously canon light novel that does cover what happens with Fugo, but again, it's not super canon. This is the Jojo of the part. Son of Dio, technically son of Jonathan, kind of a Jojo, kind of not really doing his own darn thing. Giorno Giovanna, very cool. Also, the funniest part about this, he is not Italian at all, even a little bit.
X died believing X gave X crazy top.
Oh god. There is, oh god. I don't think I covered that in the slideshow. There is a character in this part that believes he sees something quite interesting, that believes he sees the main character, I don't even know how else to put this, giving head to another character, but that never happened. And he dies thinking that that happened, and I think that's great. Thank you, Kral, for this super. I forgot about that, yeah. So, this whole part takes place in Italy. He's not even a little Italian. He's technically half British, half Japanese on his mom's side. I believe Japanese? Not even a little bit Italian. And yet, he takes on like an Italian name, because his original name... Giorno's not his real name, by the way. This character's real name is Haruno Shiobana, which is Japanese. And then he decides, no, my name's Giorno Giovanna, because I have to fit in. So he's just race faking the whole time, which is so funny. So fascinating. Love to see it. So that's great. Giorno's my favorite JoJo of all time. I will hear no complaints because I'm simply right. Part 6. Well, part 6 is definitely a part of all time. I'm not just gonna sit here and be a hater about part 6 despite what I believe. I'm biased. I just finished my part 6 rewatch. I just think so much could have been different. A lot of JoJo is pretty solid and stacks up pretty well, but it's a shame. I like Jolene. Jolene Kujo is the daughter of Jotaro Kujo, and this plot centers her going to jail because she's framed. Because the main villain of the part really has to get close to Jotaro to get his memories to bring back Dio / achieve Dio's life dream / achieve heaven, whatever Pucci's doing. I like Pucci. I like Jolene. I just desperately wish this was a better part. Personal taste.
Giorno is an otaku for Italy.
I'm gonna go ahead and believe you. You know, I think you're right, honestly, which is really funny.
Jotaro is more Italian than Giorno, funny
Thank you,
enough.
Jane Nelson, for the super rub, rub, rub. Poor fucking Giorno. Poor little guy. Oh, Giorno. Alright. I'll never forgive the Japanese for this part. I just think there was a lot of missed potential, and things could have been better, and this entire supporting cast makes me a little sad. There's fucking Inasui again, my least favorite. My enemy. My number one enemy, Inasui, of all time. It's just such a shame, because every other cast stacks up super duper well. Except for part 6, which is very tragic. But it's okay. I got over it. You know why? Because it doesn't matter for much longer. Because, spoilers, parts 1 through 6 are contained in their own timeline. From here on out, we're on another timeline, so it just doesn't even matter. 100 more episodes of Dragon's Dream. So this ends pretty fast, at least, you know. Pretty fast. Hee hee, new timeline, new universe, wahoo! So that doesn't matter very much for long. Poor Jolene. I don't know why she's so blurry. I just really wish she was in a better part. Yeah, it's basically a reboot of the franchise. Poor Jolene. Poor Jolene. She deserved to be in a much better part. Speaking of better parts, so here's the beginning. Part 7. AKA the part that is currently being adapted and airing, and that just dropped an episode right now. Cowboys. I hope you like cowboys. I hope you like Italians. I hope you like British people. I hope you like horses and racing and the Great American West and domain expansion and manifest destiny and the president and stands and corpses and religious imagery and motifs and forgiveness and destiny. Because that's what happened there. Part 7 is also a fan favorite, one of mine also. Easy to love because it's just really good. I hope you like cowboys and Jesus and America and religion and imagery and dinosaurs and the Wild West and horses and horse races and Jesus Christ himself. Because that's what you're gonna get in this part. What an excellent part, I have to say. So this is the part that's currently airing and why Jojo is currently blowing up right now. Part 7 is really good and also one of my favorites. So the plot of part 7, remember the universe just restarted. We're back in 1890, by the way. And it follows the Jojo of this part, Johnny Joestar, which is an AU version of Jonathan Joestar, except blonde this time. And he goes on a horse race of self-discovery, lots of money, and magic. With this guy, the Jobro of the part, Jairo Zappelli. Remember Zappelli? He's important again. Remember that guy? Yeah, it turns out the Zappellis are important again. And he loves balls. Very important, very important. And their job is to complete the horse race, win it, and also find the dismembered body of Jesus Christ, apparently. The more you know. Because Jesus Christ is not only a Jojo, but a stand user. So... yeah, gotta find that. So that's very fascinating. God. It's a really, really good part. It's a really good part. It's really out there, but I enjoy it a lot. Everybody's British, or Italian maybe, or American. The more you know. Hope you like balls, stand abilities, ham on, horses, convoluted storylines, chocolate disco. It's so good. Part 7 is so fucking good. How does Dio come into play here? Well, Dio's back. His name is Diego Brando this time, but he's still called Dio. He is a famous British horse jockey who may or may not be using dirty tactics to win, you know. And he joins the race as well, for glory. And also to fuck with these two, because once again, Johnny and Dio are natural enemies, as a Joestar must be with a Brando. Must be. There's also this guy. This is Funny Valentine. This is the president. And oh, what a character of all time. Holy shit, Funny Valentine is an excellent character, excellent villain. This is just such a solid part. This is such a solid part. Why is he funny? That's I don't know, that's what he's called. Imagine your name is Funny. And you're born in the 1800s, and you're the president and a stand user. Oh my god. What a character of all time. I fucking love it. This is such a good franchise. Funny Valentine. So good. Diego's so good. Johnny's so good. Gyro's so good. They're all it's such a stellar cast. That I think that's why Part 7 is such a fan favorite. Everyone here is great. All the characters are great. The stands are great. The plot is great. Nothing not to love. Oh, Part 7. So this is the anime version of Johnny Joestar. I'm fine with this color palette. I have no huge complaints. So this is my second favorite JoJo, aside from Giorno.
Sinthya, I have paid my dues to enter the Steel Ball Run. I just need your nose print for the contract as my steed to cross the great American continent and find the pieces of Jesus Christ himself.
Huh? I'm not a horse! I'm a human woman! You're gonna ride me all the way across America? Hey! They're in a movie first. Fine, I will enter the Steel Ball Run. Fuck. Thank you, Blood Bastard, for the super. I am not gonna be your noble steed. You are not gonna cross America riding me. Oh, God. Sure, I'll add that to my list of beliefs. You can win the steel. You can win. You can win it by riding me. Real and true source. I made it up. Thank you. I'll remember this one when it's time for punishment. Anyway, Johnny Joestar. I am fine with this color palette. I did not realize they also gave him the classic Joestar crop top. Awesome. Very cool. Thank you for that design decision. This is a fine design. I'm okay with this colorway. There's two characters I'm anxious about the colorways for. I just hope they do right by Funny Valentine and Hot Pants. So there's another supporting character. I hope they get good adaptation colorways because Jolene's pissed me off. Fingers crossed. So, Johnny Joestar, very cool. All right, now time to touch on some plot holes. He looks like he's wearing a baby hat. Man, don't diss his hat. I like the hat. Oi. The Johnny Joestar hat is really cool, actually. Actually, it's cool, and I like it. Man, don't diss his hat. I like the hat. So there's some plot holes in JoJo. This is inevitable. It's a good series. There's some plot holes. Fugo is the best example of just a character that stops existing.
Steel Ball Run but Slow Dancer, Johnny's horse, and Valkyrie, Gyro's horse, are Yuma's.
And I just realized it's the year of the horse. Oh my god. Do you think that was on purpose? They're waiting for the year of the horse to adapt this part? That's perfect. Thank you, Huron Love by Blackheart, for this soup, but that works so well. I'm sure somebody's already drawn it. If not, they gotta get on that. Everything's the same but they're Umas. I like how you think. Oh my god. Yeah, the horses are important characters in Steel Ball Run too. I like how you think. Yeah, because it's the year of the haunts. Cute. Aw, I love that. Somebody has to draw this. I need to see it. Oh, cute. I should play Uma Musume again. It's been too long. I think it's about time. Steel Ball Run and Sinthya mentions eating apples one time. It's the year of the horse, confirmed. I'm not an Uma. You cannot ride me. Anyway. I guess the horses would carry them, yeah, piggyback if they were Umas. Horns, my beloved. So, 3 plot holes I want to touch on in JoJo. There's a few, you know, no series is perfect. Remember when Anasui was a woman for what, like 2 panels and then wasn't anymore? Do you guys, okay, this is for part 7. Do you guys remember when they had a character in part 7 named Sandman, and then halfway through decided actually your name is Soundman, and you have a whole new stand ability from the one we introduced you with? That was great. And Fugo. Gotta talk about Fugo. Poor Fugo. I think Fugo is the worst example of kind of just a jarring plot hole. And it saddens me because Fugo was a great character. I love Purple Haze as a stand. Even the design is cool. I really wish they'd done something else with Fugo. Yeah, I do think that the Soundman thing does make sense. It's just a funny thing to happen. I know, whatever, spoilers. I know Soundman is just alternate reality due to D4C's ability. It is also really funny to halfway through be like, hey, by the way, this AU version of this character that is well established is just here instead. There you go. I guess Soundman isn't really a plot hole, but it is really funny, and I like to bring it up because I forget every time until I reread it, and I'm like, remember Soundman? That was great.
No, Cinny wants to be the rider, not the ridder.
Oi! Did in a movie first. Oi. Thank you, AJ Nelson, for the super. 1 lashing for you for saying that. 1 lashing. 1 lashing and 1 day in the basement until you regret what you've done. You'll pay for this. I swear to God, you'll pay for this. Anyway. No more torture in the love bites. No, Salmon isn't really a plot hole as much as it is just a funny story thing. These two, I say, were plot holes, but whatever. 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 No, I regret nothing. You'll regret it in the basement, you. Naughty, naughty, naughty love bite. But yeah, Fugo makes me sad every time. Every single time. Whatever. Anyway, you might be wondering, Sinthya, who are some of your favorite characters? This is non-comprehensive and doesn't even get into stands. Here are some of my favorite characters. This isn't comprehensive. I like plenty more. Just because your fave isn't here doesn't mean I hate them with a burning passion. I just like these ones the most of all. All my favorites. And this, of course, does not cover every part. This is just the ones that stand out most in my mind, the ones that come to mind when I think, who are my favorite JoJo characters? Hey, I've seen some of these. These are the best. Ignore that a lot of them are from part 5. I'm biased. I'm extremely biased. Foo Fighters, one of the best parts. I didn't put Weather Report because I forgot about Weather Report. Sorry, Weather Report. But I think this is pretty solid. Pretty solid faves. There are plenty. Ignore that I've put no JoJos on here. I forgot about Giorno too. My bad. And I also forgot about stands entirely for the favorites. But just know there should be a lot more characters on here. I just forgot / run out of time.
The English translated names of stands are still great. Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap, getting translated to Filthy Acts at a reasonable price was great.
God, I hope they go through with having it be Filthy Acts at a reasonable price in the anime. I really hope so. It would be so funny if they did. Thank you, Davina, for the tip. I really hope so. And I'm sorry, I forgot. There's no JoJo's here. I forgot about every main character. Sorry. Just know, Giorno should be here. Johnny should be here. Fucking Josuke should be here. Lots of stands should be here. I kind of ran out of time. My bad. Not a single main cast member. God. I'm sorry. I forgot and also ran out of time. Oh dear. Well, that's okay. Because how the fuck do I include Chocolata but not Giorno? What's wrong with me? How the fuck do you include Ghiaccio and not a single JoJo? Not even a single Jobro even, except Polnareff, technically. Actually embarrassing. Oops. My bad. Just know that there should be like 50 more characters on here, but I got tired. Cynthia's Dio confirmed. Mostly villains, not a single JoJo, not a single stand. What's wrong with me? Just know that there's fuck my buckle life. Oops. How the fuck does Seko and Blackmore make the cut, but not Giorno or Josuke? I don't know. I just got here. Oops. Forgive me. Whatever, fucking Ghiaccio solos, Chocolata solos. I should fucking name all these characters. We got Blackmore, Polnareff, Hot Pants, Diego, Ghiaccio, Chocolata, Seko, Lucy Steele, Foo Fighters, Yoshikage, Kira, Doppio, and the pink one. Yeah, she's here too. Blackmore is the goat and one of my favorite minor characters in part 7 because Blackmore is cool, damn it, and I like the design. Whatever. Diothea Brand Queen, my bad. Yeah, these are my favorites. And the pink one. Yeah, the pink one. Yeah, Remy! Yeah. Remy! These are my faves. Okay, time for questions. If you've sat through this entire slideshow, I'm sure you have a few questions. As your local repository of JoJo knowledge and being never incorrect, I will happily take questions. As I am always right and have never given you wrong information about JoJo before, and I totally know everything without having to look it up. Yeah. Well, that's my there's your introduction to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Favorite intro? Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town. Pretty easy. All the part 4 intros are good, I will say. Are there more slides? This is the last one. This is the final slide. What got you into JoJo? This is really embarrassing. It was memes on Instagram. Back in like 2019, you know when like Reddit memes for JoJo were super popular? That got me into JoJo. Very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. Bloody Stream is good too. Hey, I just like the part 4 intros the most, and I think Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town is really, really good, okay? Whatever. Whatever. How would you rate the Oingo Boingo arc? 10 out of 10. Fucking love Oingo Boingo arc. The Oingo Boingo Brothers ending is also spectacular. 10 stars. Best Jobro, Okuyasu. Next question. Okay, Okuyasu, Mista's obviously excellent. I guess between Mista and Okuyasu, quite honestly. And Gyro. Gyro's great too. We don't talk about armies or Foo Fighters. Don't worry about it. Question, should I pick up Jojo back at fart? Sorry. At part 4 and watch it. No, I'll kill you if you do. Chase is the worst intro. I'll fucking kill you. Sorry. My bad. Part 4, my favorite part. Is it a hat or is it hair? It's both. Jojo's hair is both hat and also hair. His hair is made out of, like, sheddings. No, sorry, his hat is made out of sheddings from his hair. Part 4 is my favorite part. How do you get past the art style? Trial and error. If the art style is that big of a hurdle, you do kind of just have to sit and bear it, and you will get past it, and it starts looking normal eventually, trust me. I think part 1 through 3, I think it has the hardest art style, like, getting past. Part 4 onwards is pretty easy. Chase is good, how dare you? How dare you? Chase is good. You heathens. Yeah, no, Jotaro's hat is made out of, like, sheddings of his hair. You know how people will, like, brush their cats, and then they, like, turn the cat hair into a hat for the cat? That's what happened with Jotaro. Source, trust me. I'm always right. Of course I know about What a Beautiful Duang. Yeah, you know about the Duang translation of part 4? I do. Of course I've read it. It's excellent. Why does Wonder of You have the hardest fit of the series? It's crazy how wrong you are. Sorry. Wonder of You is fine. It's crazy how you're incorrect. It's crazy how wrong you are. When Purple Haze and Grateful Dead are literally right there. Nothing to say of Black Sabbath even. Crazy how wrong you are. It's a pompadour. It's crazy. No, it's not a pompadour. It's like felt. They turned Jotaro's hair into felt to turn it into a hat. Source, please trust me. Yeah, Poochie also got that shit on, to say nothing of Whitesnake. Oh my god. Is Araki really 80 years old? The author? I think he's only like 65 or something. Around there. Congrats Ethan Rogers on 5 months of membership. A, 5 months. B, Duang was a Chinese student's English class assignment and he failed. I do think that's the lore for the Duang translation, or at least that's what people say the reasoning behind it is. I think he should have gotten A. That was an excellent translation. I love the Duang translation. That was one of the first things I found of JoJo, was the part 4 Duang translation, and I thought it was so funny. Do you think Highway Star was a disguised foot fetish stand? Yes. And that's okay.
Was Shigechi redeemed?
People remember Shigechi, really? I don't think Shigechi needed redemption. He was just a little guy. Shigechi was a little boy. He did nothing wrong. His only crime was being cringe. Thank you, Carl, for this soup, but Shigechi was major. Yeah, literally, Shigechi who? Yes, Shigechi was redeemed. He also did nothing wrong, because he was just like a little guy. Why is Giorno being licked? Because this is the taste of a liar. Because Bruno Bertarati likes to lick people sometimes, and it only happens once, and he says, I can taste that you're lying because of your sweat, young man. I don't know why he did that either, don't ask me. Because it's important. Shigechi was the goat. No one remembers Shigechi, and that's okay. You don't have to remember Shigechi, it's not important. His only crime was being like a middle schooler, man. He's chill. Where does Jotaro's hair stop and the hat begin? That's an excellent question. Depends on the day. Sometimes it recedes, and sometimes it creeps inwards. Oh, God. Can you do the torture dance for us? Maybe someday. What do you think of Kakyoin? Kakyoin is cool. I like Kakyoin. Is he perhaps the slightest bit overhyped? Maybe a little, but he's a fine character. Nothing wrong with Kakyoin. Very solid Jobro. Kakyoin is fine. He's just green. That's okay. Kakyoin's only crime is being vaguely green. Why didn't Dio use vampire powers in part 3 like the laser eyes? He didn't have to. He was really tired from spending all day. Sorry. No, I gotta go through with it now. Dio didn't use his vampire powers in part 3 because he was really exhausted from sucking and fucking his vampire harem all day. Source, trust me. Yeah, no, that's why, yeah. You have to believe me because I'm right. That's why Dio used no vampire powers in part 3. He was just exhausted. That's probably why it happened. Maybe. Perhaps. How does the spin work? It just works. Can I please touch on King Crimson? I think people are being intentionally dense when they pretend. You're literally pretending you don't know how King Crimson works. It's not that hard. King Crimson cuts away time that could have been to make sure it never happened. It's literally, it's like a time speed up, but not really. King Crimson is not complicated. It doesn't even just work. It's just cutting away time. It's not complicated. They also say, oh, they never explain how King Crimson works. They do like 3 times. You gotta be not paying attention. You have to be being intentionally dense to not understand how King Crimson works, because they explain it like 3 times. It's a cut tool that doesn't paste. It's a skip button, exactly. It just skips past something so it never happened. It's not that fucking hard. Do you guys remember when part 5 was airing, people were pretending, oh, King Crimson's so difficult. Oh, I have no idea how it works. You have to be being dumb on purpose. It's literally, it's fast forwarding. It's a lag switch, yeah. It's not that fucking hard. It's never been complicated. And yet, I don't know if people were just memeing on like King Crimson, oh, it just works. No, it's really not that hard. It just, yeah, it's skipping ahead. Wow, it's almost like all the villains in Jojo have a time-related stand, and King Crimson is no exception. I feel like people are being very dense on purpose. Thoughts on Iggy's design change? I like both Iggy designs. I think he was cute when he looked a little fucked up, but the Iggy design change is squarely fine. Not too bad, honestly. Yeah, the King Crimson, yeah, it's like cutting 5 seconds from a video and stitching the parts and pretending the 5 didn't happen. Exactly! It's not that hard! And it's never been complicated. It's never been complicated even once. And yet people like to pretend it was really hard to understand. How did I ever put together the main villains all have time stands? See, this has been educational. You learned something new today. Yeah, every Jojo villain, well, yeah, I guess except for farts. Just farts. I guess except for part 1 and 2. From there on, from 3 on, they all have time-related stands. The King Crimson thing was a meme because the unofficial English translations were really bad. Oh, okay, that makes sense, yeah. I guess before official translations, I guess I can see why nobody knows how King Crimson works, because nobody can translate it. God. She did it again! How far are you into Jojo, Leon? I don't think I even got to the part of Toru being introduced. I just couldn't. I will try again to read Jojo, Leon. 7 and 8 also don't mess with time. 7? Is D4C not time-based? Or did I just make that shit up? Did I just decide D4C was time-related? Huh? Why did Star Platinum suddenly gain the ability to stop time as well? Because Jotaro's just that powerful, I guess. Like, he just adapted someone else's stand ability. And Jotaro's just such a cool character that we just never see any other character do anything like that ever again. Because Jotaro's just so cool. It's the alternate dimensions. You could argue that's almost time-related. I would argue that it's, like, yeah, like alternate reality and dimensions. You could argue that's almost time-related. I'd call it similar, whatever. Close enough, man, close enough. Don't ask me what Wonder of You does, I don't know. I can't tell you. I have no fucking idea what Wonder of You does. And I don't want to know. And I don't need to know. And I don't care about rock people. I'm tired of pretending that I do. I don't want to know what the mechanism is. Come on. Yeah, alternate, yeah, timelines, exactly. Precisely, yeah. Alternate timelines is D4C. Wonder of You is like calamity and bad luck. I'll fucking finish Jojo, Leon. Fine. I guess I'll finish Jojo, Leon. I'm tired of pretending Toru is a good villain. I haven't finished Jojo, Leon, but like, you know, I know things that happened in it. I think Toru could have been cooler. That's my humble opinion. I do hear that Wonder of You is an excellent stand with a kind of slightly disappointing user, but what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, I guess that's a pretty cool stand. Yeah, Fate's your enemy. Calamity. Pretty cool. Just wish Toru was cooler. Remember that time Star Platinum made his fingers really long? Why did he never do that again? I do kind of like it in JoJo when it's like, hey, remember this one stand ability that was never used again? Yeah. I don't know, I don't mind it that much, to be honest. It's like when Jono turned his ear inside out and literally never ever did it again. Yay! Feelings on Jojo starring the light novel? Neutral. No strong opinions, honestly. It's squarely fine. No strong opinions, it's okay. Yeah, Starfinger. You remember Starfinger? That was something. She hates rock people. I don't feel very strongly about them. Do you think Dio's the world can make things long, too? I think Dio was busy making other things long. With his fucking vampire harem all day. I think Dio had other shit going on in his life. For example, harem. God. Yeah, and that's why he can't use his vampire powers. Too busy sucking and fucking all day long. That's all he was doing in part 3. That's all he was doing. Sending his minions out to go fight the Joestars and spending the rest of the day getting busy. That's all Dio was doing all of part 3. That's all he does. That's why do you think Dio has like 50 children? Too busy cracking. Why do you think there's 4 canon Dio sons? Oh, I didn't even mention the Dio sons. I don't want to. Do I have to? Do I have to talk about Rikael, Angalo, and Versace? Do I have to? I don't want to. I don't want to talk about the Dio children. They disappoint me. Do you prefer being strong with a weak stand or weak with a strong stand? The latter, it's funnier. Like Okuyasu with a basically unstoppable stand, but the user is nerfed by sheer stupidity. I find that much more interesting. I think it's a lot cooler. If the universe got reset, does that mean the Pillar Men are back and reawakened? That's a great question. I don't know. Maybe. Perhaps. Maybe. Weak mental with strong stand. I find that more interesting. Like, I don't know. I think that's why, like, characters like, yeah, like Pesti no Kiyasu, I think they're more interesting to watch them, like, overcome the fact they're not very smart. To, like, find interesting ways to use their stands. I think it's more interesting. It's kind of boring when it's like the character is competent and smart, but the stand just can't do very much. All you can do is punch. I don't know. Do you think the hand and Vanilla Ice send things to the same space? Yes, because it's very funny. Is Diavolo still dying? In the new universe, I don't think so. Up until the events of part 6? Yeah. New universe? Maybe not.
Do you think Jotaro would have killed Poochie before he achieved heaven if he used Starfinger instead of throwing that arrow during the time stop?
Here's how Jotaro can still win. Thank you. Oh god, I have the hiccups. Thank you, Chainbreaker Harold, for this soup. I'm gonna say yes because it would be very funny. No. Believe me, if Jotaro just used Starfinger, they would have won in part 6 and there wouldn't be a universe reset. If they just utilized the sheer unstoppable power of Starfinger. Why did they stop that? I thought Starfinger was really funny. God. Alright, since this is the end of the slideshow, I think I'm going to switch back to my yapping screen because I have nothing else interesting to show you. I will continue to take further questions though, as I am your #1 source for all very real and true JoJo information, and I'm also never wrong. I will happily answer more questions which are 100% true and always right. Why does Jotaro kick off the ground and fight Dio in the air once and never again? Well, Jotaro's like 17. He's a teenager. He has limited stamina. Dio also is too tired from, might I mention, sucking and fucking all day. No energy. Can the world do world finger? Yes. Is Dio a bottom? What a great question. Sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe occasionally. If it's funny enough. For the bit, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Jotaro is just mortal. Jotaro's like 17. He can jump in the air one time and he gets tired. Dio is also too tired from all of the extra activities. Did Cars survive the universe reset? I'd like to think everything changed, aka no more Diavolo in the death loop, no more Cars in space, everything's reset, so... I guess. I'd like to think that the Pillar Men are free. I'd like to think they learned their lessons and they're free now. Or, you know, they're back to terrorize. Is that not the point of part 8? Is, like, the rock people? I don't know. I don't know enough about part 8 to argue one way or the other. We need to send a time stop audio? I know what you are. Why is Dragon's Dream so fucking ass? Great question! Because it sucks balls and is the worst stand of all time. I fucking hate the heavy containment arc in part 6. I can't. I skip it. I fucking skip it. I admit it, okay? I skip the heavy containment arc on my rereads of Jojo because it pisses me off so fucking bad. It irritates me to literally no end. The entire heavy containment arc sucks. I don't even... part 6... Part 6 is potential part. I like Poochie. I like Jolene. The supporting cast is okay and could be better. But when you put it all together, it just is a nightmare of a part. Should we entrust Sinthya with a time stop ability? Yes. I'm a normal vampire and I can be trusted with a time stop ability. I am normal and can be trusted. I'm normal and trustworthy. Let me time stop you. I am very trustworthy with that kind of unadulterated power over you. Source? Just me. Yay! Stop drooling! That's all, yeah. Also, that is a good point. Part 7 isn't even in the reset universe, it's a different universe. That is actually a good point people forget about. Part 6 and Part 7, the ending of Part 6 is a different universe from all of Part 7. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I just got here. Was Sea Moon underutilized? I don't know why Sea Moon existed. I get it. It was like a in-between phase of Poochie's power, but I think it could have been done differently. I don't know. I think White Snake was the best Poochie stand. I did... Made in Heaven is fine, but I just think White Snake has unadulterated aura. That's it. And it's a great design as well. I love that it has like DNA sequences on its body. I think that's fascinating. White Snake is one of the best stands of all of Part 6. In my humble opinion, of course. Like Sea Moon the best? I'm glad you enjoyed it. I didn't hate it, I guess, but I just think...
Why didn't Lisa teach Joseph anti-aging hormone?
Do you think Joseph Joestar is smart enough to understand anti-aging Haemon? No. That's why. Because he is too stupid to understand it. Thank you, Kral, for the super. I would use the time stop to put Love Bites down the stairs. Oh, absolutely. 100%. 100%. I also, okay, I like Weather Report, the person in the stand. I don't like Heavy Weather. Is that fair enough? Is that fair enough? Weather Report, character and stand is fine. I don't like Heavy Weather. I really don't like the snails. I hate the snails. I'm so sorry. I really hate the snails. I really do. But other than that, fine character. Yeah, I guess the answer is Joseph doesn't care about, in general, about anti-aging Haemon. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe he just doesn't want it. Maybe he just doesn't want it. I'll give my gene sequence to you, White Snake. Yeah, I'd like to think the canon explanation of why Joseph doesn't use anti-aging Haemon is just either doesn't want to or is too stupid, too busy, doesn't wanna. But Heavy Weather is so tough. Ugh, I do not like the snails. I don't. Personal taste, I do not like the snails. I'm so sick of the snails. Weather Report and person and stand are cool though. I think they're interesting. I do like the backstory of, you know, like him and Poochie. I think that's cool. I do enjoy him. I just... Oh god, I'm tired of it. Ooh, thank you Chris Martin for the super. Do you ever watch the Part 3 OVA? I don't think I have. I think I've seen clips of it, but I haven't sat down and watched it properly. I probably should. I do hear it's very, very good. Oh, do I get to talk about the Missing Jojo movie now? Speaking of older Jojo media, do you guys know about like the Lost movie? Do I get to talk about it?
When I went to the Kennedy Space Center with my dad, I wore my Part 6 shirt for it, and within the first 15 liters mins being there, I had people recognize it.
Oh, that's so fun! Let's go! I hope you had a fun time there. That sounds so sweet. Oh, thank you, AJ Nelson, for the soup. It's like when people go and like Fallout cosplay and visit the Hoover Dam. I love stuff like that. It's really fun. I love like real world analogs. Those are so fun. Yeah, the missing movie of Phantom Blood. Do you know about that? There was like an entire adaptation of Phantom Blood, I want to say in the 80s or 90s, and it's just gone. Nobody knows where it is. Because I think it had like a limited Japanese screening, and no one knows where the originals are, and it's never been uploaded online. I'd love it to be found someday. I would love that. Yeah, it's like fully lost media. I like lost media. I don't care how nerdy it is. I find it fascinating. This was a thing way back in the day. And apparently, I don't know if it wasn't received well, that it just never saw the light of day ever again after the original screenings, and nobody knows where it is. And I think it's really fascinating. I'll try to put some pictures on screen. Hold on. This really happened. I swear it really did. And people confuse it with the Part 3 OVA, but this is 2 different pieces of media entirely. Let me put a picture of it on screen. This is like, people say that it is like, that they confuse it for the Part 3 OVA, but no, it's 2 totally different things. And I'm pretty sure all we have of it left is a few clips. There's a few clips of it still remaining, but the full movie, I believe, is just gone. You're fascinating? Nah. I'm gonna show you pieces of it, though. I like Lost Media. I think it's really cool. Okay, yeah, let me show you these. This is some remaining parts of the Lost Jojo movie. I think it's really interesting. There's a little bit of footage of it, but there is no full movie. Nobody knows where it is. So there's a few clips and screenshots of it remaining, but other than that, it's just gone completely. I'd love for it to be unearthed someday. It looks really good. Damn, apparently it wasn't even that old. It was from like the 2000s, and yet was just lost entirely. That's really disappointing. Maybe one of these days it'll be found again. Yeah, this is the poster for it, I believe, and this is a screenshot. I love the art style, too. I really like, like 90s to 2000s anime art style. I love that retro style. It's so good. I really like the style. Like, the style of the Part 3 OVA is excellent, too. I really like it. And I'd love for it to be found one of these days. It looks so good. It looks so good, right? I'd love for it to be found one of these days. Since JoJo's really popular, maybe we'll see it again eventually. Maybe it'll be recovered somehow. You just never know. It could be found someday. Part 3 OVA was iconic. I need to sit down and watch it properly one of these days. I haven't yet, but I want to. I like the 90s art style. I really do. I think that's why I like JoJo so much. It's very reminiscent of older anime, which I really do prefer it. It just looks so good. It just is so nice. We'll find it, surely. I hope so. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed one of these days. I would love for it to be found. It's important to the JoJo history. It looks really good, and I'd love for it to be recovered. I don't know why it was lost. I think it's either lack of interest in JoJo at the time or just really limited Japanese screening. Have you ever seen or read Baki? I know of Baki. I am aware of the reputation of Baki. I've never sat down and watched or read it. I've seen clips and memes 100%. Who hasn't? Who doesn't know about Baki? Wasn't there something recently with Baki about, like, people were mad that a YouTuber voiced in it or something? I think I saw something about that. I might be wrong. I don't know. I kind of live under a rock. I'm sorry. Don't watch Baki for the love of God. Please do watch Baki. I'm getting mixed results here. That's what I heard recently with the Baki anime. Wasn't people were mad because a YouTuber voiced in it? I'm neutral. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of discourse about whether or not YouTubers should voice in things or not. I think if they're a good VA, sure. I do understand the worry of like it just being a nepo hire and not doing a good job. I don't know. I don't know enough to have an opinion about that. It didn't match up and it wasn't good. I guess if that's a problem, if you're gonna hire somebody based on, I guess, recognizability, it's the same thing as like celebrities voicing in like the Mario movie, like fucking Chris Pratt being Mario. I don't care how popular the celebrity is. If they're not a good VA, I don't want it. I guess I don't know. I guess that's my opinion. If it's a good VA, I don't really care. If it's bad and just for like nepo hire, I don't like it. Thank you, Raphael, for this soup. It was Moist Critical voicing a background character. I remember, yeah, people were a little up in arms about that. I don't know, my basic opinion is if they do a good job, okay. If not, I can see why people don't like it. I understand. I don't know. Man, I think it depends. That's my, I don't know, that's my basic take on it. I don't know, I'm biased because I would like to voice act and stuff eventually. It was trying out VA for the first time. I can see that not going over well. Yeah, no, don't you know Chris Pratt's gonna be the English voice of Funny Valentine? Yeah, 100%. I don't know, I think it's interesting when internet people are able to do stuff like that. I don't know, I guess I'm holding out hope. I'd love to VA in something someday, so maybe I'm just biased. I don't know, maybe I'll watch Baki someday. I have people, it's definitely a series that exists. Who knows? Yeah, Chris Pratt with Funny Valentine, 100% real. Source? Trust me. Chris Pratt will be voicing Diego Brando. Trust me. Source? You gotta believe me. Okay, I think I'm gonna run to the bathroom again. I've been slogging down water today. Sorry, it's been a very yap-heavy day. I'm gonna be right back. Give me 1 second. I shall return post here. Sorry, I've been yapping a lot today and slurping down lots of water. Baki is longer than One Piece. Literally, how? I do believe you. I believe you. But how? Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Give me 1 second. I did not fall in. I did not fall in. I did not fall in. I did not. It's bullshit. I did not fall in. I did not. Hello, Bites. Thank you for the super while I was away. Rub. Hello. Thank you, Rumble. Thank you, Chainbreaker Haroldfield. Thank you, Chris Morton. Thank you, Zubel. And thank you, Hey, I'm Justins for the super as I fell into the toilet. I did not fall in the toilet. Liar, I heard the splash, Cynthia. I know you crawled your way out from the sewer to sit here, Cynthia. You're lying to me. I know you took a swim. You can't lie to me, Cynthia. I know you were swimming in the toilet. This has been really fun, though. Thank you for listening to me yap, by the way. I do really appreciate it. I know that this is a very specific stream, you know what I mean? This is very, like, focused on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so thank you for listening. That makes me really happy. Was the water cold? Not after I peed in it. Sorry. I'm normal. My bad. Lol. No, this was really fun. I do appreciate you watching since I know this is a very, like, focused interest. It's a very specific stream. So, I really am glad that you stuck around, sweet love. I still watch. Anytime JoJo's mentioned, I lock in. Yeah, I can tell you're a big JoJo fan. I'm glad that you liked it. I had a lovely time. Stuff like this in the gun stream are the best. I do like the yap heavy streams. I like to be able to talk to you, love bites, and yap with you and hang out with you. It makes me really happy. So thank you for sticking around. I know that this is different, so I hope you've been liking the yaps. I certainly have. Yeah, no time like the President Steel Ball Run Day. After I end stream, I do have to hit the ASMR mines, but I'm also gonna watch the new episode. I'm so excited. I've only heard really, really good things about the first episode of Steel Ball Run, so I cannot wait to watch it. Women with hobbies are attractive. Yay! You will not be forgiven. Why not? I'm good. I'm cute and I'm good. But this has been really, really lovely. I've had an excellent time just yapping because I've liked JoJo for a very long time, and I'm really happy to have an excuse to get back into it with the adaptation. I'm really happy. Are we gonna JoJo ASMR one of these days? Maybe. Weekly SBR episode discussions? Ooh, maybe. It depends on the release schedule. Because I don't know if anyone knows the exact release schedule quite yet. Apparently, SBR dethroned Freeran within the first episode. God damn. You know, people don't play about JoJo's popularity in the West. It's just getting more and more popular. The CGI is still noticeable in places, but it was really good. Oh god. I'll be the judge of how bad the CGI is. I understand. I think one of the hurdles of animating SBR was the horses. Because horses are already hard to draw and animate. And there's a lot of them in SBR, so I can forgive if they're using CGI to help with the sheer power of animating so many goddamn horses. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe like a vampire teases you in a time stop ASMR, that kind of thing. Cute vampire girl teases you in stopped time or something like that. Something like that. Is the horses what looks obvious with the CGI, or is it like the CGI is sparse? I expect it'll pick up as there's more horse scenes. You know what I mean. I don't mind it if it means we get a good series out of it. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind it. I don't mind 3D CGI being used for like background or like props, but when it's the actual characters, I think it stands out really badly. Like fucking in part 6 where Poochie and Whitesnake are randomly 3D and it's really fucking obvious. You encounter an enemy stand user ASMR. Diothea, plays with you in stopped time ASMR or something like that. I just still need to do a part 2 to my SCP ASMR, and I need to do a Warhammer Drukhari ASMR or Dark Elf, you know what I mean. Best you get is One Punch Man Season 3, please no. Please no, I can't handle another. I can't handle another. Yeah, that would go hard. Maybe I'll see what I can do. I still have to record my ASMR, my second ASMR for this week. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I can't. It's so crazy how One Punch Man was so like universally loved, and then with the new season, it's suddenly like everyone hates it. I understand why. Don't get me wrong. I fully understand why. It's just crazy to see the downfall. One bad season can fuck up the reputation of your series for life. Is the hate deserved? Yes. I don't know how they dropped the ball so bad. How did they fuck it up that desperately? I have no idea. But oh god, did they fuck it up. Yikes. One Punch Man is good. Yeah, season 3. Literally, yeah, one bad season can really kill a series. One bad season, one bad installment. 100% can kill it. I hope One Punch Man can survive. Yeah, rip One Punch Man. Oh god. I very much hope it can survive, yeah. Sad. Tragic. Sad to see. There'll be better ones. Season 2 was okay. I don't know what happened with season 3. I just know it's reviled after, you know, the one frame man incident. I don't know how you fuck up something that popular. I really don't know. But they really did fuck it up, which is unfortunate. Very sad, but what can you do? Very sad, very sad. Oh well. Maybe it'll have a reconnaissance someday. They're gonna need a miracle for season 4. You're lucky if there's gonna be a season 4 at this point after the debacle. I'd be shocked if there actually was one. Just keeps getting worse and worse. I'm hoping the animation stays good for Steel Ball Run, otherwise I'm gonna be very angry. Excuse me. You know what else I'm gonna do though? I think I'm gonna cut it a little short today because I do have to hit the ASMR mines. I still need to, excuse me. I still need to hit the ASMR mines. You never know the CGI pain as me and all Berserk fans felt when Berserk 2016-17 came out. I've heard horrible things about the 3D in Berserk. My deep condolences. God damn. Very sad. I also need to rest. Maybe I'll rest a little too, but I mainly have ASMR to work on. That's about it. I gotta hit the mines. I got stuff to work on. I also need to work on more promotions for my 3D debut. I will be putting out more stuff about that soon. I don't have a date in mind yet, but soon. Very soon. You better be there to watch it. Alright, my sweet love bites, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the mines. But I had a lovely time today. Thank you for hanging out and listening as I yap about Jojo. Because I gotta hit the mines. Yeah, you'll see the 3D model soon enough. Alright, sweet love bites. I am going to see you tomorrow. We're going to play Fallout 4 together. I will not build any settlements, but I will do my best. Thank you for hanging out. I had a lovely time. And yeah, Member First ASMR should be today. And I got lots of other content to work on too. So don't mind me as I go ahead and hit the mines. Thank you for everything, love butt. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thank you for the yaps today. I had a lovely time teaching you all about Jojo. Until tomorrow, and don't you dare forget that I love you. Okay, I see you tomorrow, love bites. Thank you for everything, and bye for now. Bye for now. Bye